Joe, how are you? Oh, no.
Oh,
How are you doing?
I'm good, Michael.
Joe, no dogs today.
No dogs.
No dogs.
Oh.
And I put the garbage out.
I saw that, but there are still cans that need to go.
No, they're
No?
empty.
All right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I was, man, my wife bought so much stuff over the last couple of weeks from my daughter's room that we had a city of cardboard in this house. And I had to try and take some of the cardboard out last night. I'm a little excited today because I couldn't get all the cardboard in the recycle, which means I have to go to the dump.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Okay.
I hope that I could fit the box that's there in the back of my car. It's tremendous.
You got a box cutter?
I do, but
Cut
it's
it
got it. But I would, I would, Galvin. But my wife thought it was smart to empty the box, the junk that was in it, and then put it all back inside the box. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
so
yeah,
I
yeah.
can't just cut it up into pieces. But
Cut it
yeah, take it to the dump.
Light it on fire.
That's what I remember. I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
I wanted to. I had somebody gave me a big metal can, and I was gonna just burn the stuff in the can. And Dino is like, "You realize it's gonna burn the ground too?" And I go, "All right, I'll put it on cinder blocks or something, and do that." And then Galvin was like, "You're the only person I know with $1 million house that's burning trash."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neighbors are going to love that.
No,
Hey, let's go out in the pool.
So we're not doing that. No more trash burning. How's everybody's weekend? Anybody do anything cool?
I went and saw Chicago and Earth, Wind,
You
and
did go to
Fire.
that. How was that?
Yeah. Oh, it was great. It was fantastic.
I saw a video from my neighbor that went, and you're right. There's 100 people on stage.
Oh, yeah. And then whenever they all come out together, it's crazy. I got to tell you, they did something weird over at the amphitheater because it was traffic like crazy. And I'm like, listen, Chicago and Earth, Wind, and Fire are fantastic, but I don't think
Not that many people. Yeah.
it was so backed up. I mean, it was packed. The show was absolutely packed. But, yeah, I mean, what normally takes me probably 10 minutes to get in through the back entrance and get up to the thing took me seriously almost 40 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was wild. It was wild.
Thing where?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
But I think like more noises from Joe.
Oh,
Man,
come
I'm sorry.
on,
I was
man.
checking the stream.
What is your alarm?
So that's your Ring doorbell.
What is your alarm that keeps going off?
That's my Ring doorbell.
No, not that. The meh, 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 that's on your thing.
Yeah, there's something else.
Something's going. Something's
The
dinging.
thing that we said like 9 times. What is that? What is that? And then you finally said, "Oh, that's me."
Yeah.
That's the that's the commercial break music that comes on.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Can we lower that?
Yes.
Can we shut it off?
I thought it was an air raid or something.
Yeah,
I'm like,
right?
what is going on? Are the sirens?
I thought somebody was living in my attic because I heard the noise and couldn't figure out where it was coming
I
from.
thought it was
Yeah.
carbon monoxide or something. We were all getting poisoned.
And of course, we mentioned it for I don't know a week.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
happening. And, oh, what's going on?
Yeah, but Earth, Wind, and Fire in Chicago, fantastic, great show,
Good.
a lot of fun.
I
was
would have
great.
turned around 40 minutes. Oof.
Hey, you can't though.
Oh,
Once
yeah.
you know you're
I guess
kind of
you're
in
in the
there.
line, yeah.
Now you just can't leave. So it's like, all right,
Stuck in
well,
it.
whatever.
I'm real good and I don't mind traffic as long as I don't have to be somewhere. You know what I mean? Like if everybody's going to the same spot, so you know you'll get in, all right. But like,
Yeah, but I missed. You
did
Oh
miss
yeah,
some of it?
you missed a lot of Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Nah, that stinks.
Yeah.
I had a luxurious Friday night.
Oh yeah.
Me and my girlfriend, Polly, went out to dinner together.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never seen. We just ate like a couple. Yeah. I mean, I
Romantic.
We're very romantic. I don't know because I had, as you guys are well aware, I had big expectations for the night and the weekend that just went.
Wow.
Yeah. I just I'm old and I don't really like to do a lot of things. Like I kind of would have liked to have been at that concert if I could just go like this
Teleport.
and
Yeah.
be there. You know?
No, I get that. And normally it's not as bad because I was like that for a while where I'm like, I got to do this and do that. But then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go to every show that I want to go to. And it's usually pretty easy. This time happened to have some traffic and stuff. So it was a little bit difficult, but not bad. And then, of course, you're right over by Hard Rock. So
Yeah.
you can always swing by.
Galvin, if you're a fan of Galvin's, pay attention to every day he's here because I don't know how much longer he's going to be here.
Yeah,
He
a lot
is
of
a professional gambler.
A lot of people are saying stuff. So
Are you losing too, though?
I occasionally. Yes.
Occasionally.
And I'm backing up some of the bets and stuff. Like, for instance, I did a bet and I even said I covered my bases because it's baseball. I made a baseball joke. But, like, I will bet $50 here and then back it up with $50 over here, but this bet will win me 400.
Yeah.
So I'm still winning 350. You know what I mean?
I need to know that you're also losing, so I feel better about myself.
I am occasionally,
Okay,
but
good.
I am definitely winning more than I am losing. And
That's a John Sarasani rule. Like if you go into a casino and you're up 400,000, that doesn't mean you didn't lose. It means at the end of the weekend you're up 400,000.
Yeah.
So I went after. Do we want to get in this now or not?
Yeah. That's fine.
I went. We're right there by the casino, and my wife and I love to go and gamble and stuff. So we went over there, and I had $1,000 cash on me. And I said to my wife, I go, "What? I have to stake horse you?" And she was like, "Well, yeah." And I'm like, "All right." So I give her 300, and she goes, "400 would be better." And I go, "Of course it would."
Yeah.
So I give her 400. So I started with $600. And I went to play some 3-card poker. I like to ease in with 3-card poker and then go to the blackjack. Well, 3-card poker was all full. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go to blackjack. And I only play. Listen, I'm not super cool, but I'm just letting you know, I only play in the high limit room now because it's
what is that?
fantastic.
$50, $100.
It starts at $100. And by the way, on the weekend, I walked in, there was one $100 table. There was a $5,000 a hand table, a $10,000 a hand
Oh
table.
my God.
I just walked by and went, wow.
Yeah.
What's a high limit room? What does that mean? Like, is that where like people go with lots of money?
That means beat it, loser. Get out of here. Whatever. No, but also
I can't say I've ever been in one of those mystery
But
places.
you walk by it, but you don't go in it.
Yeah. But also
it looks cool from the outside.
Yeah.
it's not Gen Pop, and it's
Gen Pop.
usually know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Usually have more money than brains.
I
a
just
lot
want
of
to
those
put
people.
this out for the people listening. I never go in the high limit room.
So-
That's 6 hands of $600 that could be done in 2 seconds.
Literally. So I went in there and I start losing, and I'm like, "Come on, you got to be kidding me! I'm losing already and stuff." So then I lost like 3 hands. So I go, okay, 300, hit it, go, boom, boom, boom. Anyways, long story short, started with $600, walked out of there with over 5,000.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Actually ran out of there. With
That's
Yeah.
the thing. You know when to leave.
yeah.
And Jenny?
Jenny lost, and she has had kind of a losing streak lately. And
Doesn't matter. It was your
not
money.
been well.
She doesn't care.
So between that, baseball, UFC, I made just under $9,000 this weekend.
Now, let's talk UFC.
All right, UFC.
So UFC was on Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday night, I had more great expectations of going out. Ended up in the bed watching the UFC. Very, very comfortable with that. I was like, this is actually the best night ever. And started betting on the fights early. Lost every bet as it was going on. Galvin sends me a text to give me a heads up bet. That was what, $50 to win $375.
Wound up being 50 to win 400.
50
Is
to
what
win
it wound
400
up
was
being.
the final.
Yeah.
Sends me that.
Because he was the underdog. The guy was the underdog, and I said, long shot bet. I'm taking this guy for knockout, and he's an underdog. So $50 will win you 400.
So I am.
Can we guess whether or not you placed the bet or just fell asleep and did not place
But
the bet?
let me give you information so you know I was betting every fight as they went on for the night.
Right.
Just so you know that it wasn't like I didn't bet and I was just so.
Did you place Galvin's bet? I'm going to say no.
That's
you
a
di-
that's
no,
a
you did
different.
not.
Well, the first one he's talking about because there was another
Yeah.
one.
Right.
You did
Anybody
not.
else?
You did not place the bet.
You did.
I think you fell asleep. I think you fell asleep.
What do you say?
I think
Spanish?
you did place it.
I think you placed the wrong bet.
I think Michael placed the correct bet and won.
Carmen?
You did not place it.
I fell asleep.
Yeah.
I mean, I was the fights, Galvin, were great. Were they not great?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the fights were great. There were guys beating the snot out of each other. There were fat guys beating each other up. It was great. And then I don't know what happened to me. It was like somebody ethered the room. I just went, just crashed out. I
Phone
was,
in hand.
dude, phone on my chest. It was ridiculous. I was enjoying it, and I had slept late that morning. Like I was like, I'm ready to go.
The Hard Rock bets. It's the app is still
The app's
open.
open.
It's
Oh,
got the
yeah.
money.
Zero balance.
pushed in.
Yeah.
As he's sleeping, he's placing bets on Taiwanese table tennis and stuff.
All you had to do is hit bet placed.
Hey,
Yeah.
dude, it was every bet that I bet lost, and the one that Galvin got me would have won, and the later one.
Yeah, well, earlier we were watching the fights, and he said that he took the one guy, and I go, "Oh, that's a bad bet." And literally, just as soon as I said bad bet, the guy just started getting lit up and just knocked him out. It was hilarious.
Some of these fighters I don't know, like in the prelims, so I'm just trying to size them up as they're coming to the ring, and then I just go, angry Brazilian, angry Chinese guy, angry Australian, angry. I just trying to size them up. I'm very bad at that.
So here's what I do, and again, I'm no pro or anything like that, but I'm doing all right, and I think that this definitely helps. Is I will look earlier in the day because you don't want to rush your bets. You know what I mean? You don't want to go, no, I got to get this in, because that's how you make mistakes or you just make crazy bets. Earlier in the day, I will go and I'll look at their record and I see how many wins and losses they have.
You're a handicapper.
Yeah, well, whether it comes by submission or knockout, if they're coming off a loss, if they've fought this guy before, like all of that stuff kind of goes into it. So I look at a lot of that stuff and then try and, hey, this guy has 15 fights. He's on a 15-fight win streak, and they've all been finished in the first round by knockout. All right, put some money on the first round knockout. You know what I mean? But so there was another one, the title fight, and it was Stylebender, who is now 35 years old. He's won and lost the title. He lost to Strickland. This guy, Duplessis, who beat Strickland for the title, he was fighting him. And this guy...
Now, I would have bet on him.
Yeah.
Duplessis looked like he was going to... He just looked like he wanted to kill everybody.
He's a tank. He's a tank, and he's a wrestler, so he has that background. And I'm like, all right, I don't know. Let me see what this is going to be. They're both good gas tanks. Yep. They're both good fighters. So I figure, all right, it's probably going to end in the fourth round. And I'm going to put $50 on Duplessis to win by submission. And I go, you know what? Let me back up my bet. So I split it, and I did 25 on him winning by submission in the fourth round and 25 on him winning by knockout in the fourth round. Well, he won by submission, and it was plus 4,000. So my $25 bet won me $1,025.
I mean, that is phenomenal. Usually when you hear stories about a guy like, say, on TV, like it used to be back in the day, an old sportscaster was the guy who was gambling. Like it was Oscar Madison from The Odd Couple, who is a sports writer, also degenerate gambler.
Yeah.
And you find out, you'd be like, remember Galvin, that guy from the radio? What happened to him? Oh, he started betting on the app, and now he's blowing dudes for money on the side. Right. But you're just the opposite.
Now
remember Galvin? He retired early on money he made on the Hard Rock.
Is that what happens in the high limit room?
Oh yeah.
Because I had another bet going where I had the one that I had told you that was going to win by knockout. I had him, and I parlayed it with Duplessis winning.
Oh man!
But the thing is it was a $50 bet, and they offered me $375 early payout, and I go, all right, I'll take that because I had the other bet on Duplessis, so I was like, all right, I'll take that. It would have been like 700 and something, but hey, listen, I'm not mad.
No.
I'm not mad.
Look, what I did see UFC was really good.
Yeah,
and I was excited to go. I'm going to the next one.
That's gonna be a lot of fun
in the Sphere with King Kong Oliveira. Oliveira's gonna try and climb the Sphere.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
That'll be cool.
Carmen.
Yes.
Do you remember I tried to set Spanish up with a hot girl a couple weeks ago?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
So Spanish.
Yep.
She hit me up this weekend. She was on a date.
Okay.
Oh, jealous.
It's the second date that she went on where the guy that she was on a date with claimed to know me. First one, known by default. I know somebody that knows him. You know what I mean?
All right.
This one here, she's like, I'm on a date. And this guy says he knows you and sends me a picture of him. Looks just like Kevin, your friend Kevin.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm like, is that Kevin? And I go, no, why would he be here and you would be in the picture and something would be going on? So I'm like, this is odd. And also, the opposite of you.
Mm-hmm.
Big, tall, long hair guy.
Yeah.
Carmen, any guesses?
Who it was?
Yeah.
Oh, I have an idea.
It's not your turn to guess, June.
Do we work with this person?
No.
Oh, then I have no idea.
Gio, what is your guess?
Is it Thor?
Thor!
Yeah.
Shut up.
She sent me the picture, and I'm like, I don't know that dude, because he was sitting down and his hair was all like surfy looking.
I thought he had
Right.
kids now.
He has a daughter.
No blow.
Yeah, no, really.
Yeah.
Put him out.
So you can't date when you have a child?
You can date when you have a wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what happened to the baby mama?
Then they
Not in the picture.
They FaceTime me, and then when I saw him, I was like, "Oh, Thor!" And I went, "Yeah, Thor." A complete opposite of Spanish.
Yeah, that makes
That
more
is
sense for her.
That's funny.
I don't know. I don't know if it worked out. I don't know how it goes.
He's
but
a good guy.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. The first one, I don't know. I just didn't know. The second one, I was like, "Oh yeah."
I totally forgot about Thor.
Thor, me too.
Yeah,
That's why it took me a second.
I remember meeting Thor, and Thor was super nice, and we were very friendly with each other. And he's like, "Hey, let's exchange numbers. We should hang out. This and that." And then I've never talked to Thor.
Oh really?
Yeah, but he was very nice. I remember him being nice. But yeah, if you would have said, like, do you remember this guy? I can't even picture what he looks like.
Right. It took me a second for it to snap in. I hadn't seen him in so long.
Yeah,
so
that's funny.
is Thor a Blaine leftover?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
probably why.
that's how I met him. And the last time I hung out with him was for St. Patty's Day.
And you know I'm Team Chad all the way.
Right.
But I am still friends with Blaine every once in a while. I see on Snapchat and I go, "Oh yeah, Blaine." It's weird. I thought we'd all hated Blaine after like the first week that they were
No.
dating. No, like even when you were dating, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say there's no hard feelings there.
Well, except
So-
the pig.
No, I'm happy that he's taking care of it and that Kenny has a good life. Like everyone, that's what everyone tells me.
That's how I feel if I got divorced from Amanda. As long as she takes care of the kids, has a very good
Right.
life.
That's all that matters.
Now, when you said pig, you were talking about Kenny.
Okay.
Oh wow!
This son of a gun.
How did the big Friday night lights go?
So the kickoff classic for
Wait,
Chamberlain.
can I really jump in real quick?
Yeah.
You did a hell of a job on those uniforms.
Right?
Carmen.
Those were awesome. They were like, they looked white. They were like brand new again.
I saw you bringing them to the guy, and you were like, "Number 3, number 9, I got a little bit of blood left on them, but the rest of them are pretty good."
Yeah, and that was just what I saw. I saw pictures of number 3. All that blood came out. Everything. I thought there was still a little bit
Wow.
left, but every it looked perfect.
Can you do me a favor?
Yes.
On your social media
Yeah.
during the game, can you put up like a quarter update, like at the end of the first quarter, this is the score? Because people are asking me. I'm like,
I
I'm
got
not
you.
at the game.
Yes.
And
You should go to the game then.
Also,
Exactly.
you should also have Google. You could go find out on the high school sports website the same way I did when I wanted to
Go
know
to the
score.
game, support the
Right.
kids.
People want to bet on it.
That's the whole point. Yeah, if you want, I'm gonna start taking bets. Yes. So it was good. It was fun. All the kids, played really well.
Oh, that means they lost.
Well,
Yeah,
they were
but
also
they didn't get blown out.
they didn't get blown out, and they were also playing a school that was twice their size
Yeah.
because it doesn't count for their record. So the kickoff classic, you can play whoever you want out of or in your district,
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, they
conference.
just make up dates with teams.
Basically, so the school that they play Wharton was
What?
was double their size. So and the end score was 20-36.
Oh, that's not
and-
bad
No,
at
that's
all.
not bad at all.
Not bad, and I'm pretty sure that's the most points Chamberlain has put up in the past 5 years.
Oh man,
You know what I
You're
mean?
welcome. I feel like I had something to do with that.
Exactly. Yes, you did. So for them, that was a win. You know what I mean? They scored. They didn't get blown out, and now, the season starts this Friday.
I
And they're
heard,
all excited.
I heard from the coach because I was doing some, background and stuff. They were ranked 20th, and Chamberlain's ranked 109.
Oh, so
Right.
that's, they
the fact
should have
that they're-
killed them.
Yeah, the fact
Yeah.
that they were still close.
Carmen,
Yes.
game 3 when they win.
Yeah.
Who do you think is gonna bang harder, you and Chad, or
Wait a minute.
Michelle,
Kids involved,
Michelle and Barack Obama when he got Bin Laden? I mean, that's gonna be something, huh?
Yes, it is.
Call me coach.
Well, so we've talked about that quite a bit. Chad
Whoa.
has been very tired. No, not
Oh, I was gonna say, you guys made plans for it.
No, Chad has been really tired, and I've been tired from doing all the running around and stuff like that. That it's been like a couple weeks,
Oh,
Oh,
no.
man.
been like
Weeks.
2 or 3 weeks.
Welcome to a relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're in it, man. We're in it right now. So a little dry spell, nothing major, and we recognize it, and we still love on each other, and we say, but for the most part, it's just like, you just want to like lay down.
Can I tell you how much worse it gets? Can I tell you the fight that my wife and I had over the weekend?
Yeah.
So my wife is in Longboat Key this weekend with her friend from New Jersey that's here. So they went down there, and we send each other a lot of videos during the day on Instagram. So I got one, and it was a woman. Her husband was like sitting there, and she came over and hugged him from behind, and it said something like, "Guys need physical affection, or the relationship can grow cold or whatever. But it was a loving picture of a woman hugging a guy, and I sent it to my wife. She wasn't here. I was alone, and I thought of her when I saw it. Oh my God! So that's what you think our relationship is growing cold? No. I was saying I like when you're here, and we do. I went, I don't really think I watched the thing fully the first time. It just seemed like a nice physical. I was like, I mean, seriously, I'm gone for one day, and already I was like, I didn't mean that. I just was like, I'm not
what that video told her is you think she's cold and not affectionate
right
enough.
Now I said, listen, I will only send you videos of fat people falling down and puppies. That is all you're gonna get from me.
You got to watch those videos all the way through because
I mean, I
there's always a secret message at the end.
It'll be "I love you," and then the next thing you know, they're doing
and that's why I cheated on you.
Yeah. And you're just like, what is going on? I did not mean to send that.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry, man. I really took it out on her this weekend. I went to dinner with a guy on Friday and fell asleep at 11 o'clock on Saturday. This guy was a wild man.
Hell yeah.
She's missing out.
She is missing out. She does not like UFC. Nobody does. Joey doesn't like it either. Not that he doesn't like it, but it's got to be like a special fight for him to watch it. So I was just all by myself. Meanwhile, I was going to go to the beach this weekend and just hang out there and relax at the beach. And then Joey's like, "Can I have your keys?" I said, "For what?" He goes, "I'm going to go to the beach." And I went, "Oh, I was going to the beach." And he's like, "Well, we're going to go." And I go, "Can I go too?" And he's like, "No." All right. So I got kicked out of the beach. It's not very fun. Not very fun at all. What else? What did you do this weekend? Anything good?
No, nothing.
Really?
Hung out with some buddies. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really going anywhere because I feel like I look like a leper right now. So
Why?
Because I got just like scabs on my face.
Don't you trust me?
Yeah.
Who makes fun of you more than me?
Nobody.
Have I said you look like a leper?
No, but it just
I would.
Yeah.
I would tell. I'd be like, Skivazza, what are you doing with your face?
I noticed a couple new ones from.
So I woke up on Saturday. I guess I was just rubbing my face in my pillow while I was sleeping because it was like.
Are we back to the other thing that you had? Like, remember your head was falling apart?
Yeah. So like, I'm not. My hair's not falling out yet. That's kind of I think why I'm freaking out is because I'm terrified that it's gonna go back to what it was a couple months ago. So I'm trying not to freak out and like touch myself to scratch, I guess. Yeah.
My hair's falling out. It's not that bad.
Yeah. But like the problem is when I do scratch, it feels so good. And the harder and deeper I scratch, the better it feels. Yeah. It's crazy.
It might be dangerous.
Yeah.
You ever try a little Head and Shoulders?
Yeah, I got to drink more water.
You don't have the monkeypox, do you?
No.
That's going on.
Sure?
No, yeah.
I saw a video of a guy who was talking about monkeypox, and he was in his car and he's filming the thing. And he's like, "Hey man, this monkeypox thing is no joke." He's got a mask on, like a surgical mask. Instead,
We know that works.
He's like, "This is no joke. Like, please be careful out there." He goes, "I don't even know what to do." He goes, "I look terrible." He goes, I'll just show you. Pulls his mask off and he has the monkey filter on there, and he's got like he's super sad eyes and there's a monkey face and his ears pop out and stuff, and then he just picks up a banana and bites into it and stuff. And he's like, "Be careful!" It was so dumb and funny.
I can't wait till they shut us down for the monkeypox.
Oh yeah,
it's coming.
Well,
Can't wait.
Juliana had COVID, so now Amanda has COVID. So you know who's getting it next.
Oh,
boy.
Great.
I don't know. I haven't. She's been on the other side of the house. She wasn't here this weekend. I'm staying away from her. So hopefully, last night I started to get a little choked up, and I went, "Oh, come on!"
No.
But,
And you've been vaccinated like 7 times, right?
I mean, twice is really how it goes.
Okay,
This guy wanted to travel overseas, so he's vaccinated twice. But then, I don't know. They've all been vaccinated, and everybody still got it again. So enough of that nonsense. But hopefully, I am able to avoid it. We'll see how that goes.
Well, the monkeypox
really-
is going to be good because not only is it airborne, it's also surface contact as well.
So
Oh,
they
nice.
get fevers in South Florida
So
too.
there's no way to get away from it, and it takes 2 to 4 weeks to heal.
They really want to shut us down.
Yeah.
Again.
I love it. I hope we get shut down.
Yeah.
I do. I really do. It was my favorite time of life. So I took a break from The Godfather. Not the whole weekend. I watched it a lot over the weekend, but yesterday I started watching something I haven't watched in a long time, and it may be one of the funniest shows ever. And I know this is no surprise to anybody who's seen it, but Louis C.K. show. Louis is one of the funny. Like I forgot all the people that were on it, and you know what I don't like though. I still don't like him. Kicked him out of the studio one time. Never liked him again. Todd Barry. Yeah, he's good, and he's good to be the guy that you hate in shows when he does like bit parts and stuff. But nothing about him is funny to me. He's not even funny in Louis. He's just annoying, which I guess works. I guess that's what he's trying to do.
You ever see the show he did before that, Lucky Louie?
Yeah.
Jim Norton and stuff.
Yeah,
that's really
that was
really funny
written
too.
really well.
It
That
was
was funny.
I feel like that show was so ahead of its time.
It was that whole. I mean, people were complaining because of the set and all that. It was very much Honeymooners.
But
Yeah,
that was
that's
good.
what he was trying to do.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah, no, it was good. I still watch the Honeymooners too. But anyway, I've been watching a lot of Louis, and it was pretty good. Now, what was Bobby's sister Ping on? That was a Colin Quinn show.
That was the Colin Quinn, cop show or whatever I think it was called.
So Louis in this episode, and there may be the correlation, may be very obvious, I don't know, but Louis gave his daughter a book, and it was about a duck named Ping from the Yangtze River in China, and then he eventually goes to China and looks for Ping. And I thought, I wonder if Ping is named after Bobby. But then at the end, there was a thing and they had to use by permission to looking for Ping or whatever it was. I don't know. I thought it was great. But also, I watched a lot of Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll.
Oh,
it was also on the box.
Oh, somebody's missing his
That
best
was
friend.
Yeah. I called him up and I go, "You'll never in a million years guess what I just watched 3 episodes of." That show is awful. That show has its funny moments. Bobby's funny, and but that show is just awful.
Yeah, Bobby and the bass player were funny.
Yeah,
on there.
yeah. The rest of it was trying too hard.
Yeah.
But Dennis Leary pulls off Rockstar. Like he could look like an old rock star.
Oh yeah,
he still has great hair, and he just
skinny,
dressed like
gangly.
Yeah.
Looks like he's falling apart, but still has a person dressing him cool.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
He looked like the guy from Crazy Bitch. What's that guy's name?
Josh Todd.
Josh Todd. He looked like Josh Todd in the later years. So, I don't know. I want to remind everybody, August 31st, we are playing Ruth Eckerd Hall with our band Pipple Toddler, along with the Bon Jovi cover band Slippery When Wet, and Neil Sean's son, Miles Sean, who does a Journey cover band. They're really hyping up this, what's this guy's name? Rudy Cardenas? I have no idea who he is. He's coming in the studio next week, the day that we play or the day before. And
he was on American Idol. I know that.
Nothing to me.
But
if it's not the guy who went, "Ooh, Soul Patrol," I don't know who he is.
but he, I mean, sounds pretty good. Sounds like, and if you're, a singer in a Journey tribute band that has the son of
the bloodline of Journey,
like you're gonna get somebody good. So it sounds like a pretty good singer. We'll see.
Well, I mean, look, if you like rock and roll and you like, the good songs, the hits from Journey, the hits from Bon Jovi, a bunch of different hits from Pipple Toddler. We're going to be out there. Tickets are available. It's going to be like an old Monsters of Rock tour. It's called Imposters of Rock, and we're very excited about it. We're so excited. We scheduled to practice.
That's right. Will it happen?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
let me tell you why. Because I scheduled it on Thursday because Tuesday is sagging day.
That's correct.
So we could not sag it. I could not practice on Tuesday, so we had to do it for Thursday. I'm very serious about my scheduling this week. I'm trying to stick to it all.
And then the next week before the show, Pete's like out all that week, so we are not going to be able to do
We're
it.
going to be home practicing. Yeah.
Are there new songs you're practicing to add into the set list, or what are we practicing?
No, because it's a short set list. Yeah. How long are we playing? Half hour? 20 minutes?
Like half hour, 40 minutes, I think, whatever. Yeah, but all the hits.
I mean,
all the hits, none of the Bon Jovi Journey.
Yeah, exactly. Some of the hits.
Most of the hits.
What are we doing? I mean, we got to be there for catering. I know that.
Sure.
We got to load in, sound check.
I know what time massages are.
I mean, that's part of the deal, right?
Hell yeah.
Do you know if they got our tapestry for the walls in there?
I think
and stuff,
so.
and
I
the
think
candles?
that's all been
They
taken
filled the
care of.
rider. You got that sent over.
Yeah.
A bowl of nothing but brown M&Ms.
I got meat sticks. I'm on a diet.
Yeah.
No M&Ms for me.
Unscented aloe vera.
Yeah. Gotta stay smooth.
Those riders used to be the worst. Like when I was working up in Tallahassee, I'd go to the clubs and see the riders, and it would be like 12 bottles of water, unchilled, 6 bottles chilled, and like all
That's nothing.
It was always very specific too, because I had to deal with that a
Next
lot.
big
It
thing
was-
too would do that.
It was lightly salted rolled gold pretzels. It had to be rolled gold. Blue towels, not just hand towels. They have to be blue like towels. This. And so I would always call the guy. I go, what do they need? What's going on? And he goes, you can just get them like 3 pizzas after. They're fine. I go, yeah, because they're just trying to load up their bus and just. I go, listen, we the place that I worked at, the club, also had a restaurant, and so they had ice machines and everything. I go, we have ice machines. You guys can fill up your bus, all the ice you need and all that stuff. And he goes, yeah, that would be great. That's fine.
No.
You know, so.
Yeah, you just get you're not dealing with Van Halen. I remember looking at Jackal. Jackal had a rider. And I went that thing, and they're like, yeah, we just take the stuff and put it on our bus so that we have the bus stock. And I go, well, that makes way more sense than the stupid Brown M&M jokes. Yeah, because they would just have everything ready for the road. So.
Yeah, and they would worry about, the backline, all the different stuff. If they needed a drum set or if they needed guitars or amps or anything, most of them traveled with a lot of stuff. But, we'd have to get some of the stuff sometimes. And one of the best ones, Vanilla Ice. We had Vanilla Ice there for spring break. And it was Vanilla Ice. We'd come out with a DJ and a drummer. So we had a live drummer, and it was kind of a cool thing, whatever. But they needed a drum set. So we rented the drum set and got it there. And he was like, these are the drums. Doing that. Yeah, doing that type of stuff.
Guy on tour, Vanilla Ice.
And his drummer goes, those are actually way better than mine.
Yeah.
They're top of the line DW drums. They were the best. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, settle down. buddy.
Just play Ice Ice Baby. Get us out of here, guy.
Jesus. Side note, do you have an acoustic guitar at home?
I do.
Is it in good shape?
Yeah.
Like that the Journey guys could use?
Oh, yeah,
Because
absolutely.
they need two. I think I only have one.
Yeah.
I think I gave one to Josh Wolf, so I don't know if I have a backup.
Yeah, no, I have a nice one.
Just tell him to pick one off the wall.
No, but I need an acoustic.
Oh.
I don't have any acoustic.
Yeah, I have a nice one. And we can always borrow from Dean, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, but I'm just saying, I know I had one here. So, All right, let's take a break. When we come back, it's new week. Carmen will tell you what we have to give away, and then we will play Sporcle next on 102.5 The Bone. Carmen, what do we have to give away?
Okay, we have a bunch of new stuff. Okay.
Take it slow. I got to digest it all.
I will. Always do.
That was weird.
I feel like something just happened.
Well, hasn't been getting it from Chad lately, so now she's just putting it out there.
I feel you.
Gotta win a game.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have tickets for NASCAR.
NASCAR?
Coke Zero Sugar 400
Whoa.
in Daytona. I'm guessing it's NASCAR.
Coke Zero Sugar doesn't make sense.
Zero sugar.
Oh, Coke Zero Sugar. Okay, gotcha.
Get it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We also have tickets for Stone Temple Pilots,
Okay.
Jane's Addiction,
Okay.
Imposters of Rock,
Oh.
Imagine Dragons, Jan Melstein, Yanni.
Yngwie Malmsteen.
There's no V in it.
It's
Yes.
W in Swedish. That's a V.
Well, we're in America.
So what do we call? How do we say his name in America?
Yingwi.
Yngwie.
That's how it's spelled.
You know how as we do in America.
Yngwie.
Yingwi. Better Than Ezra.
Nice.
What? Where is that at?
Capitol Theater.
Oh wow.
All right.
And then we also have tickets for Pink.
Oh.
She's gonna, but that's in Orlando. But that would be a great show to go to because I heard she puts on like one hell of a show.
I heard that too, and she has good musicians with her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and she's
She's a
always
hell of a
flying,
singer.
and she's flying around and doing acrobatics and
I
stuff
think she
like
got
that.
too fat though. She doesn't fly anymore.
Oh,
she's
too
not
fat to
fat.
fly.
Yeah.
Fat to
She knows.
fly.
Not- That's-
Fly, fat ass, fly.
Oh my gosh!
I thought I read that she's too heavy for the
No.
harness.
Shut up.
I swear I
Like
read that.
Chris Farley at Update.
I might be wrong, but I thought I read an article about how she was too heavy to.
You are definitely
Fly
wrong
over
because
the
you
crowd.
could you can fly around on a harness.
Yeah, but I mean, you can do it, but you don't want to risk. Like, it's different when you're fat. You don't want to feel like you're gonna fall all
Right.
the time. A friend told me.
Yeah, I'm looking at her right now. That's not true, and she's still flying around.
Maybe
and
that's
this
why I don't fly no more.
and this post is from August 5th.
What if she falls and kills like 16 people?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Like back in the day, she only killed one person. Now she kills 16.
You guys suck.
Fly, fat ass, fly.
Oh my god, she's not fat.
Fake news, I guess. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, everybody.
Back it up. Before Pink had what? Yngwie, and then why before that?
Better
Oh.
than Ezra.
Better Than Ezra.
Ben and Ezra's a good band. I don't know
Oh,
if I could see them for an hour, but what about before that? There was something I forgot to talk about.
Imagine Dragons.
Oh, was it you who said this to me or my wife? Somebody said to me that Imagine
the same.
Dragons are the new Nickelback. And that's all I can't get out of my head now. Now I hate them instantly. I like Nickelback. I just don't like Imagine Dragons.
I remember when I was working at 97X, Imagine Dragons followed me on Twitter when they had like 4,000 followers.
Oh,
Because I played their song that night and people were tweeting about it. It was like they just came out. Nobody knew who they were. And I was like, oh, this is cool. They follow me. Now they've got like 10 million followers.
Do they still follow you?
I think so, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but at the time it was like 4,000. I was like, yeah, good luck, guys. Hope things work out for you. Thanks for the follow.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You were saying about going to shows. I don't have a show on my upcoming list up until September 20th. Creed.
They do still follow me.
They do.
Yeah, now they have 5.4 million followers.
Oh, wow. Do we know, did Creed put out a new song?
I don't. Not
Or
that I
did
know.
they put out a video for an old song? Because there was a song, because I follow Brian Marshall from Creed, and it was something, whatever, and it was in a song that I was familiar with, but I'm not super familiar with Creed. Like, I know the hits, but I don't know a lot of the deeper cuts. But it was a really good song, and I don't know whether they just like did a video for something because I had 20 years or something, whatever.
You remember what it was about?
It says the brand new music video for "Are You Ready?"
Are You Ready?
Oh, a new old song, new video.
Okay, so
That's weird.
Are You Ready? That's a cool song.
That's
Are
a
You
great
ready?
song.
Yeah,
That's
a
going to be
song.
great.
that was a cool song.
I'm looking forward to that. That'll be a fun night. And it's my birthday, so we
Yeah.
should also go to the Hard Rock after.
Probably go on
Just
stage.
Hopefully it's not like 100 degrees and sweltering humidity heat.
welcome to September.
Yeah.
It's not bad in there. I mean, obviously, like Limp Bizkit, The Pit, and all that type of stuff. But
It was bad for Limp Bizkit, but that
it's
was right
got-
after the storm when
right?
the humidity was really
they got
high.
the fans in there and stuff.
Don't
and
worry, we'll
so I get a
all be
little
in
breeze.
black t-shirts and jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how many tribal tattoos will you see that?
Oh, yeah. I might get one just for the show.
Oh,
What?
All right, let's give some stuff away right now. A little bit of Sporcle. Here we go. I'm officially going deaf because that didn't even bother me. It was so loud and I didn't even flinch.
What?
Carmen is the keeper of Sporcle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Galvin won last time.
I don't know.
Correction.
Gio won.
I'm on a
I'm
streak.
sorry. Galvin broke my... He took my rule away.
Took your rule
you
away.
won last time.
I'm on a streak, yes.
Nobody... It's anybody's game.
Not a streak.
All right. Carmen, what are we playing today?
Okay, today we're going to be playing same last name, athlete, and musician.
All
So
right.
I'm going to give you a description of an athlete, and then I'm going to give you a description of a musician. You are going to give me their shared last name.
Got it.
Okay?
Yep.
Your first one had lots of hits in the 70s, not welcome in the Hall of Fame.
Rose.
Mike.
Who was the Rose in the 70s?
That was Pete Rose.
I know that one.
And then, so the musician,
Oh, had
No,
a lot of
I-
hits in the 70s was Pete.
that yeah, the whole thing was Pete. I never got to the musician part.
Oh,
Yeah, and the musician part was had lots of hits in the 80s. Welcome to the Jungle.
Axel. Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, I only got to one.
All right.
All right, here we go. Your next one, nicknamed Mr. October.
Jackson.
Mike Calta. Doesn't want no trouble, just wants to do the Super Bowl shuffle. Kissed a girl and liked it. Galvin.
Gotta yell it.
NBA player with the Nets from 2008 to 2017. Starred in The Wedding Planner. Also
Lopez.
a singer-dancer. Galvin. Flashy dunker whose career peaked in 2001 with the Raptors. Flashy
Carter.
front.
God damn it.
Galvin. Canadian pro wrestler. Wore pink sunglasses.
Art.
Mike. Switch hitting SS. Went from the San Diego to St. Louis in the 80s.
Smith.
Oh, that was hard to get out.
This guy knows Ozzie Smith. How you like that?
Galvin.
I don't like it very much.
Penguins captain can't grow a mustache.
Crosby.
Crosby.
Galvin and Pap. We are halfway there.
Spanish and Gio are both not on the board. They have a total of 0. Michael with 3 points, and Galvin is your leader right now. He's winning with 5.
5? That's not right. That can't be
It's
right.
100% right.
That's
That's what I
correct.
have as well. What do you have on your paper?
5.
Beat it.
Yeah.
If you don't keep your own score, it doesn't count.
Yeah. All right. Same last names, athletes, and musicians. Your next one, 7 NHL teams played with Hull in the 90s. 6 number 1 hits played with Hull since the
Oh,
70s. Mike, what is your name?
Mike.
Jeez. Yes. Won 12 Grand Slam titles as a single. 1987 Tennis Hall of Fame inductee. Won 15 Grammys as a guitarist. 1987 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee.
Ooh. I'm so confused right now.
Read it again.
Won 12 Grand Slam titles as a single. 1987 Tennis Hall of Fame inductee. The musician won 15 Grammys as a guitarist. 1987 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee.
King? Yeah.
Galvin.
Nice.
Who is the guitar player?
BB King.
BB
Oh, BB.
Yeah.
King. Yes. High flying snowboarder known for his
White.
long
White.
red hair. Mike. Smooth pitcher. 2 Cy Young wins. Smooth guitarist. 10 Grammy wins.
Santana?
Fucking get it out.
Whoa,
Whoa. Garvin,
Did
you get
I?
that?
Yeah. What did you say?
You said
Jeez,
Oh
guy.
my God.
That was like
it's just
I
a
didn't even
game.
know. I didn't even know he said it.
It's
Oh my
I
god!
didn't know you said it either. For
Yeah,
like a second, I was
same.
like, did he say it? And then Gio said, whoa. And I go, yeah, whoa.
Oh my god! I didn't even know he said
I
it.
didn't realize it. Oh,
settle down.
we're done. Game over.
Yeah, you're disqualified.
Yeah,
No,
you
no.
can't
That
play.
is not in the rules.
It's just a game, Falker.
That's a DQ.
Oh, Jesus.
I knew the answer, but I couldn't think of it, and I didn't want to give any hints.
That
you
was
didn't.
clear and with purpose.
Oh my god! It was fleeting and accidental.
It just happened.
Points
Oh
bench.
my!
That was
All right.
exciting.
All right. Whew. Same last names, athletes and musicians. Your next one. Texas Ranger, 2008's Glove of Gold. Buffalo Springfield, 1972's Heart of Gold.
Ryan.
Young. Galvin. Running back, Miami Dolphins. Running up
Campbell.
the hill. Nope, sorry. Sorry. Running up that hill, English singer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mo.
Mo's.
Running back, Miami Dolphins. Running up that hill, English singer.
I know this.
So do I.
I don't.
Bush.
Bush.
Yeah,
Yes.
damn it.
No point. And Pap, we are on the last three.
Gio has a total of 0 points. Spanish has a single solitary point. Michael with 5, and Galvin is your leader right now. He's winning with 7.
Still a chance.
All right. Same last names, athlete and musicians. Last three. Here we go. Took over for Brett Favre as Packers QB
Rodgers.
in 2008. Oh, sorry. Yes, Spanish.
Wow.
Pink Floyd.
Yeah, Marino.
U.S. male basketball player with most Olympic medals. Latin singer known for tropical salsa hits.
Anthony.
Mike Calta. And your last one. Played at historic Fenway Park. Drafted as a Marine in World War II. Played at the historic Grand Ole Opry. Not drafted in World War II due to back problems.
Jones.
Can you read it one more time?
Played at historic Fenway Park. Drafted as a Marine in World War II. Played at the historic
Williams.
Mike Calta.
I just tie it up.
Yes.
And that was the last one.
Yes. He's tied it
Yeah.
up. Galvin and Mike both have 7. Spanish has 2. Gio has 0.
So now we go to the
Just-
extra question, extra
Oh,
point.
that's right.
Hang on, is that right? Because Spanish got 2.
No, he got one.
I only got one.
What
got
was
the
the
fir-
other one that you got?
He got Anthony and Williams.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mike got the last two.
All right.
So this is the tiebreaker.
Got it.
Correct.
Spanish and Gio, you are out.
Oh.
Just disappointed.
All right. Here we go. American cyclist Tour de France.
Armstrong.
There's only one arm.
Did you
There's
say
only one bite as a cyclist?
Neil Armstrong?
Billy Joe.
I was
Yes.
I was totally waiting for Jordan. Montel Jordan.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan.
I figured there would be a Jordan one too.
I was not in there.
Oh, well, good job, Galvin.
I don't know what's going on.
Your final score: Gio 0, Spanish with 2, Mike with 7, and Galvin is your leader and winner today. He won with 8.
Kachaya! Woo! Trademark 2024. Nice.
Broke
Good
my
job.
streak.
Streak is broken, Gio.
Yeah.
Streak slayer.
Sorry to hear
Did you
it.
have,
I had a
have
good
two?
run. I had a good run.
You had 2 in a row?
I think so.
He only had one. Shut up.
He had one in a row.
There's not a streak.
For Gio, it was a streak.
Yeah, no.
You know,
You guys just won't let me have my moment.
that should be a new rule. If you win the time before and then you get blanked the next time, something should happen.
I don't like that.
yeah, Gio gets blinked a lot.
Yes, he does.
I will not agree to those rules.
We should vote.
Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, stop.
Hammer time.
Barter time. Sweet, sweet angel. And like to take this time to apologize to Gio.
Oh, thank
What?
I
I
accept
can't
your
wait to hear
apology.
that. All right.
You're in on it, by the way.
Okay. All right. That's fine. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get right into news. It is time now to check in with Galvin. He has today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. Back to school going on. Are all the kids back to school now? Or
Mine
no?
is.
Yeah.
I don't know about the rest of the kids.
Most of them are. Well,
Yeah.
back to school, you're probably finding out that there's a new style of shoes that they like or a new brand or something.
Kangaroos.
Oh, kangaroos. Or maybe, they have some sports stuff that they need to do and they need to get some new shoes. Well, stop into Pelts because they have the perfect fit in both style and size right there at Pelts. They also have the complimentary 3D foot scan that gives you an exact measurement. So you can stop into one of Pelts' 6 locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. Get yourself a great deal on some shoes, not just for the kids, for you as well. Stop into Pelts today. Make sure you tell them Galvin from the Mike Calta Show sent you.
Why did we think that was so cool, the kangaroo shoe, because they had the little zipper pouch on them?
Yeah.
Hide stuff in there.
What could you hide? You barely fit a quarter in there to make a phone call.
No,
Yeah.
You could definitely fit a joint in there, Mike.
Weed hat knows.
Sweet has. I was not at that age.
I saw the other day there was a thing on social media and it was a picture of women's panties.
Oh.
And in the bottom of the panties, it's got that little area that has like a little pocket in there.
Yeah, a little pad
And
goes.
everybody goes, "What is this for?" And some lady said it's called a gummy karoo or something, whatever. And that's where you put gummy bears.
Oh,
And I was like, "Oh, delicious." Here's my Lord. Carmen, do you know what that is for?
What?
A pocket at the bottom of women's panties sometimes, where it's got that little like.
I think that's for the pad, isn't it?
No.
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 I always
Pad
thought the
goes on
pad
the
just
inside.
went
What do you have a pad underneath?
No, you put the pad on top.
Yeah, so
Right,
it
but then
doesn't-
I thought that was like a little tongue or something that slid in there to keep it in place.
Oh,
Not a human tongue.
Oh, okay.
No, I always just thought it was for like extra fabric in case of
Extra
leaking.
protection.
But
Yeah.
why is there the opening there where it looks like it's a pocket? Like that doesn't make any sense. I understand if you double ply
Double
or
up, yeah.
do something like that, but why leave that area open where it looks like you're hiding your house key?
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to put anything in it. Like I said, I think it's just doubling the fabric in case you're on your period. Like
But I'm still going to say why. Why the opening?
because you don't. It's like the opening is just because that's an extra step. That's an extra sewing that you don't. That
Oh,
doesn't
so they just
matter.
Stop sewing.
But, well, I'm just saying like that probably adds time to making that when it doesn't matter if you sew it closed or not.
I
For the
don't
record?
like your explanation.
Would not eat Carmen's gummy bears.
Oh, man.
Wait, what?
All right.
Sour Patch Kids?
Oh, definitely.
I don't know. I don't like what you're saying.
I don't understand these snake hunters, these python hunters who are down in the Everglades who are just yoking 18-foot pythons
Because
out.
they get money.
No, I know, but they have no fear whatsoever.
Well, I think pythons, the big thing about them is that they can bite, but usually they don't. They're more
But what
of
about
the,
their neighbors that are just hiding out
constricting
over there?
you.
The alligator and the other snakes that are all just hiding in the woods there
Yeah.
or whatever those are in the brush.
Yeah, listen, I'm not doing it. But
I don't want to be on one of those trips, one of those little, hey, come right along with us.
no.
Look at that. Ooh, skivasa.
Yeah.
Oh, that is just, I mean, and then they're just holding them like they're nothing.
Yeah.
Pick it up by the head. I would have that feeling in my hand for all day.
Those are
Oh.
little babies too. I've
Yeah,
seen
I know,
those
those
that
are
are
the
like
smaller ones.
10 feet long. Get out of here.
Ugh.
Longer
No way.
than that. Yeah.
Do you want to know what the internet says those pockets are?
Sure.
Those are called gussets. Gusset. Yeah. And it has a few different purposes, such as keeping the underwear drier and more breathable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Get all
So it's like
gussied
an
up.
air pocket in there.
In your unclean times.
Yeah.
Okay. Airflow.
Yeah.
Carmen, reach in. What do you got?
it's
You
gotta
got a
breathe.
pocket in there?
I am not wearing underwear.
Yeah.
Unsung hero.
The 2024 DNC will take place this week in Chicago, and 2 more speakers have been added to the lineup for the event. Former First Lady Michelle Obama will address the convention on Tuesday. The same night, another guy's going to be addressing the convention. Former President Barack Obama will take the stage. Both Barack and Michelle Obama have spoken at the last 4 DNCs, with former President also delivering the keynote address at the 2004 DNC in Boston. Other speakers you may have heard of that are going to show up is current President Joe Biden, former President Bill Clinton, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, First Lady Dr. Jill Biden, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, and former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, including some others. Tuesday's convention theme will be, quote, a bold vision for America's future, and will also include a ceremonial roll call vote from the 57 different state and
Will
territory.
Kid Rock be there? Will Hulk Hogan be there?
Who?
Kid Rock and Hulk Hogan?
No, but maybe Megan Thee Stallion.
Who is the Democratic equivalent to Hulk Hogan? I mean, Randy Savage is dead, so Ultimate Warrior's dead. Andre the Giant's dead.
Maybe The Rock. If they bring The Rock out
People's champ?
Yeah.
I might do it.
He's a kind of a Hollywood guy.
Sure.
Little
Where's John Cena fall?
little John Cena's way too white. Rock's got a little tinge to him, little tint.
Oh, that's what they're going for, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why Rock will be perfect for it.
Lay the people's elbow on Trump.
Oh man, if you smell what he's cooking,
Yeah.
I'll tell you, The Rock is. I am not attracted to or amused by or anything The Rock does anymore. Like I used to even just watch the old videos of him doing his Rock stuff. Now I look at it and go, "What did I ever think was funny?"
Oh,
about
I
this?
still love it. He was just at WrestleMania, I think, recently.
Yeah, it does nothing for
Oh,
me.
it's great. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know.
I never
just
wanna
can't get
grow
into it again. No, you don't. You still. What else the other day? You love Limp Bizkit. You love The Rock. You're
Yeah.
just stuck in the '90s.
Okay, Pearl Jam.
Well,
All right.
my daughter said to me that she said the words "Pearl Jam sucks" to me. We were
Yeah.
listening to Zach Bryan, and she goes, "Will you put Zach Bryan on?" I go, "That's fine." So I put it on, and we listened to it. And then after like 7 minutes, I go, "This is terrible," and I have to change it. And she goes, "Well, I'll tell you what, Pearl Jam sucks. How about that?" I went, "Whoa,
hurtful.
you didn't have to start going low blow like that."
Anytime I play like 90s alternative or it's stuff from like Nirvana and Pearl Jam stuff, my kids describe it as sad old man music.
Oh,
Yes.
It's
Sadly,
like
they're
this
right.
Morty when he's playing Alice in
Yeah,
Chains.
it's 100%.
That's
It's
so
just
funny.
like that.
it's very much accurate.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I had to. Zach Bryan, he was just here, right?
Yes.
He was just here, and they had the concert and stuff, and I put that little promo together, and it took me like an hour to find a song. I'm like, does
That's
this guy
the
have a
thing.
song over 80 BPM? Like,
all it doesn't. I don't dislike it. I told her, I go, "This is good to listen to when we're in the pool."
Yeah.
It was just all slow drinking music.
are
I'm
you
like, this is
ready
not
to
me.
party?
Yeah.
All right.
I have fluid in my elbow.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like
Drink
something burst or something. You can feel it. It feels gross. It feels like an old lady's boobie on my elbow. It's just like a sack of liquid.
What?
Yeah,
That
it's
cannot
gross.
be healthy.
It's,
Get to the doctor immediately.
I went to WebMD. I have a bursitis, like something burst in there, but it just says nothing.
Is it from the gym, you think?
I mean, probably. I worked out pretty hard.
Yeah.
But it says you just. I put ice on it and I took Advil and all that stuff, and it didn't do anything.
Man.
It just made it. It says it'll eventually just go away.
Your body will absorb it. Yeah.
We got to lance it, Michael.
Nope.
Oh.
That's
Do you
what I'm saying.
have your needles for the injection? I can drain it
Yeah.
for you.
Oh,
Just
no,
right
no.
out.
Thank you for all your medical advice. I will not. The reason why I bring it up is because I can't lean on it. I keep trying to lean on it, and I feel that gooey. Feels like Stretch Armstrong.
Do you Google sack of fluid on my elbow?
I did. I wrote swollen elbow, gooey liquid, and it came right up. Yeah, gross. And it said hashtag gross.
Wow.
I mean,
That sounds.
if you can get it out, we should definitely have somebody drink it.
Getting it out.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Wait a second.
Why?
Medicine Man, you want to get back in our good graces?
Right?
Carmen, you wouldn't drink my elbow juice?
No.
I just said I wouldn't eat your
Exactly. My gummy bears or whatever.
your panty gummy bears. So
Yeah.
I get you.
Thank you.
I'm just saying, I put a picture of you up, a video of you doing pull-ups naked.
No, that wasn't me.
That's not you?
That is not
Are you
me.
sure?
Yeah, I can't. Listen, I will tell you, I saw that. I was like, damn, I wish I looked like that.
I'd have to see you naked to really decide.
I can tell you right now, I can't do a pull-up.
Yeah, you like pink.
Gio doesn't know what he's talking about with
She
her.
knows that pink was
That's
too,
what I heard. I don't know.
too
if it's
big to
true.
fly.
No, Gio's too fat to fly.
I'm not trying to fly.
Pink is just fine. Can fly, no problems. That girl that you posted is not me. Can do pull-ups. I cannot do a pull-up.
I like to squint my eyes and pretend it's you.
That's fine. You
Okay.
can listen. I do the same too. I did the same when I saw it.
Yeah.
Like I wish that's what I looked like.
The girl's naked, and I felt like I reposted it, and I was going to get in trouble, but she didn't.
Yeah, I can see
Right?
that. I can see that.
Like they'll get me taken down, but she'll get to keep it up there.
Yeah.
Have you fallen lately?
I have not.
Oh, because I'm reading up on your sack of fluid on your elbow.
I did kind of. I fell in the pool.
And it said that it can be caused by injuries.
What about
fall down?
What about massive workouts?
It says it's bursitis is what it's called.
Yeah.
Can be caused by overuse from activities
it is.
like sports or working out,
That's probably what it is.
or by trauma like falling on your elbow or hitting it on a hard
I
surface.
mean, if I had to bet $1 million, I know which one I'd bet on. But
Yeah.
but no, I've been going pretty hard. Yeah. You know how it is. Carmen,
It says you
know
should
how it is.
avoid
Yeah.
all activities that cause pain or put pressure on the area. Do not lean on your elbow.
Putting pressure on it right now.
Wearing a splint on your elbow could also increase it from healing or heal it sooner.
Plus, everybody call me Sissy Mary.
Aw.
No thanks. I'll
That's
just
not cool.
I'll just tough through it.
Do you have a fever?
You have not been playing tennis lately, have you?
I've not played tennis since you beat me 72 games to nothing.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, then it's not tennis elbow.
Yeah. Thank you.
Crazy man, former Republican Representative George Santos is expected to plead guilty today to federal charges relating to fraudulent activity in 2022 House campaign. Just weeks before his federal trial is set to begin, the expected plea would mark an end to the nearly 2-year saga that saw Santos lie about his resume as he sought election to the New York's 3rd congressional district. He won the seat, but ultimately charged with 23 federal counts and was dramatically expelled from Congress last year. Santos, who previously pleaded not guilty to all 23 charges, is set for a pretrial conference today in New York.
Didn't he stole money and was cross-dressing and did all sorts of weird
All
stuff?
kind of crazy stuff. And now he's on Cameo, and you know, he wasn't gay, but now he is gay and maybe gay. And
congratulations.
yeah, who knows?
Also
what.
too fat to fly over the crowd.
Yeah, I did not want to see him fly.
And then they were like, are you going to plead guilty? What are you going to do? And he goes, leave me alone. And ran like a weirdo. It was weird, man. There is nothing better than a person in a suit running from a camera and then following quickly. Leave me alone. That's such a weird look, man.
My favorite is gay people are terrible. Gay people are the worst. The Bible says gay people, and then turns out I'm gay.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite.
Yeah. Gio, we're getting awfully close, buddy.
Uh-oh.
We're getting awfully close. Mega Millions next estimated jackpot is $498 million. So almost at the $500 million.
So you guys didn't win last week.
Did not win,
Oh.
surprisingly. No, did not win. If you won that $498 million, your cash option would be $245.3 million. The next drawing is happening tomorrow, Tuesday, for Mega Millions. So good luck to everybody. And-
I would take the cash option.
yeah, oh yeah,
I
absolutely.
like that. $245 million would be nice.
Yeah.
I would up it. I would up what I was going to give you guys.
Oh,
Wow.
What would it be now? Would we like to go over?
$3 million.
$3 million each. Everybody gets $3 million.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I give all.
Oh, I thought you were upping it. I thought you were like 3 for
Yeah.
Gio, 6 for
No, I was
9
upping.
for-
I was upping it to everybody, and then I got to take care of Olivero, Meter. Probably have to.
You know
get
what
John
I would
Burns
do?
home.
You know what I would do if I was you? I mean, so say you win $245 million.
Right. Keep 200.
200, and then you figure out who you're going to give money to, and it comes out of that 45 million, and then you're done. And if anybody complains, go, I gave away $45 million.
I can give away the 45. Give
Yeah.
50 million to one kid, 50 million to the other, and 100 for me and Amanda.
Yeah.
And then everybody leave me alone. I'll be on my island. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would.
By the way, I mean, listen, you can do whatever you want. It's your money. But $25 million in trust for them now.
Give them 25, put 25 in a trust.
Oh, I was saying just put 25 in a trust, and then whenever they turn 35 or something,
that way they don't blow through it.
Yeah, you want a little bit of time. You don't want your daughter turning 18 and getting $25 million or $50 million. Or whatever.
They can't be in charge of her. She's gonna be like Lex Luthor. If she had money,
right?
She's evil.
The Indiana Fever look like a whole new team since the WNBA's Paris Olympics break, winning their second consecutive game after a 92-75 home victory over the Seattle Storm on Sunday. Caitlin Clark, say it, Gio. Sweet, sweet angel.
My sweet, sweet Cece.
She earned her 225th career assist in the second quarter of the game, passing the 1998 record for most assists by a rookie in WNBA history. In addition, she had 23 points. The rookie standout ended with 9 assists for that game, 5 rebounds, 2 blocks. Clark leads the WNBA in assists, averaging 8.3 per game.
Not an Olympic gold medalist, though.
Not even on the team.
Not on the team. Yeah.
Idiots.
Yeah. That's wild.
I watched both games they played this weekend.
Did you really?
I did. I love it. I love watching the Fever play.
That's so funny.
So Asia Wilson was, I think the over for her thing was 22 points or something like that. The other day she wound up having, I think, 36 or 38 points. Yeah, it was wild. Good for her.
Vegas can't figure out the WNBA because when I look at the lines ahead of time, they're just way off from the result. I think the Fever were -9 underdogs at home, and they blew them out. They did.
Really?
Yeah, they won.
Because Gio sent me Dave Portnoy from Barstool was like, "Don't sleep on the Fever. Are you kidding me? Caitlin Clark, the best player in the NBA, WNBA, blah blah blah, all this stuff. He put $55,000 on the game, took +9, so he wound up doubling more than doubling
200,000 or something. Yeah.
That must be nice to have that much money where you could just bet 55.
That's what I told Galvin. I'm like, I love it.
That's the thing too, is if you have that kind of money, you need some juice to make it exciting. You're not making $100 bet when you have his kind of money.
I think Portnoy's a big Caitlin Clark fan too, and I think he already bet $1 million on them to win the WNBA championship. Yeah,
man, who knows? Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
She's great. I love her.
A man who was convicted of pointing a gun at a Burger King drive-thru worker because the man would not accept drugs for payment was sentenced to 143 years in prison. He was found guilty of 17 crimes overall, including 8 counts of attempted murder. Take drugs. Take some drugs for you. Give me the burger.
Especially at Burger King. Yeah. Way more for that.
All right.
You would think.
That's
I would devour a Burger King chicken sandwich right now, the original.
The
long torpedo one.
Right.
Man.
Cheese, no cheese.
No cheese.
No cheese.
No cheese.
All right.
No
I had
cheese.
Taco Bell last night, and it was so delightful.
Did you get the street chalupas?
Damn right I did.
So good.
So good, dude.
I had them on Friday. Yeah.
I am so glad that I ate that whatever I had, the thing that I didn't order, because it filled up my desire for Taco Bell and also made me so sick afterwards. I'll never. It wasn't that. It was just my body was like, "What are we doing? Are we eating good? Or are we eating this garbage?"
One of the guys on Twitter was like, "Hey, Galvin, try the something and add ground beef to it. It's exactly the Meximel." And I go, "Is it? I think it's a different cheese." He goes, "No, trust me, I love it more than anything." I was like, "All right, I'll trust you. I'll trust you on that."
Those street chalupas are so good.
They're fantastic. They're buttery, and your response was the best. So they come in chicken or steak. And I asked Gio.
I texted Spanish and told him that I went to Taco Bell on Friday.
And I was like, well, you got the chalupas. I was like, did you get the chicken or did you get the steak? And he goes, I got both. What am I, a jerk off? Best answer ever.
That's what you got over the weekend from that guy emailing you? Because I got 9 million people that sent me the Pearl Jam lyric thing. Did you see that? Oh, my God. If you just go by my thing, if you saw it, I saw it.
Yeah.
Well, everyone
say it with me. If you saw it, I saw it. One more time for everybody. If you saw it, I saw it. Thank you very much.
Also, I don't need any more tips on how to talk to my neighbor.
My God.
Everybody said look up on the website the tax appraisal. Yes, I know. I've heard it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
While you guys are getting all the bad stuff, I get how to make the Meximel, which is fantastic. And another guy who I talked to who made the same bet that I made on the fourth round submission, but he only bet $2, but he wound up winning 82, you know, so he was happy with it. He goes, I love this so much. And he goes, you know what I do right now? Him and his friends have like a group betting chat and they're doing all this different stuff. he asks only fangirls who will win the game. So he's like the Mets against the Pirates. Who's gonna win? And she's like, "Do you have your pants off right now? You want to do it?" He goes, "Pick the Mets or the Pirates, whoever it is." Listen to this. He's 8-1. Oh, he's 8-1. He's been winning with the girls doing that. I think that's so funny. That should be like his show. That should be a thing that you follow on Instagram.
Amanda won $800 on DraftKings by picking who had the nicest smile.
Yeah. It's wild.
Hands off right now.
Yeah. She's like, "You want to? Who's gonna win? The Dodgers or all right?"
Can you look up a girl on Reddit for me?
Oh yeah.
I think I gave you her name already, but I don't know. It's Tamar, Tamar.
Mm-hmm.
Tamar.
And is there a last name or that's just it?
It's-
Tamar?
Her last name is Tamar. It's
Okay.
Oh,
CU is her first name.
See you tomorrow.
Oh, you fell for it.
Does she have an Instagram?
Yes, I think it's Tamar Mobile.
Oh, you're looking for Reddit? See if she's got any.
I mean, I've been looking everywhere.
Any of the good?
She is. Oof.
I found your hippie girl. Remember your
Yeah,
hippie
you
girl
did.
that
Yeah, you did. She was into some stuff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She
That
was down
hot.
to clown. Speaking of that, 3 in 4 Gen Zers blame social media for having a negative impact on their mental health, but they still use it mostly due to boredom or needing a break, distraction or something, and to follow what's happening, what's going on. I got to tell you, I was reading this and I was thinking about it. It's unbelievable to think about whenever we used to just watch TV. How do you anybody watch TV without having their phone in their hand now?
No.
Like I occasionally will, if I'm watching a game or something, I'll have the phone next to me or UFC or something. But as soon as like I get bored or they go to a break or something, I just grab my phone and start scrolling through. It's wild. You can't control it.
You don't need the down. Like my wife always gives me a hard time. I don't like the downtime. I like to do stuff. I like to learn stuff. I like to see stuff. I like to look at good looking girls. I like to do it all.
But here's the thing: is if instead of scrolling through your phone, you practice bass, do you know how good you would be, or anything, or if you did this or that? Like you could have your bass there with you and do it. You know, like there's so many different things.
I'd rather be an expert at my phone.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's wild because I do it too. While I'm sitting there watching, as soon as like there's a break and something, I just grab my phone and start going through.
Sure.
But I'm at the age that I remember not having the phone, and it wasn't that long ago, you know?
I'm also a level 44 Pokemon. Sometimes you think that did happen by accident, or do you think I had to put the work in?
It's also so hard to get like anybody to watch a movie. If you want somebody to watch it, are you going to watch it? Like I literally have to have that preamble with my wife. I go, "Hey, do you want to watch something?" Blah, blah, blah. And she goes, "Yeah." And I go, "Are you going to watch it? Or 10 minutes in, are you going to be on your phone playing blackjack and doing whatever? Who knows what?"
My daughter gave me that speech last night because we were watching Dance Moms.
Yeah.
The new Dance Moms together.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Get off your phone." I'm like, I don't have to be off my phone to watch Dance Moms. I could play a game on my phone and watch Dance Moms at the same time. But
You're missing it.
Have you watched any of that?
Not the new one. No.
It's weird because it's a new people,
Yeah.
including the new teacher, but they also got like
It's not Abby Lee?
No.
Oh, boo.
But it's another fat white lady that used to work with Abby, so she's already got the mannerisms down, and you already hate her. You know what I mean? But she's so mean to the kids. It's great. Yeah, and the one kid, they're constantly making this kid cry because she can't do a cartwheel without putting her arm down. And then, I mean, they have no problem pointing these kids out and making them feel so stupid. If I found out that all these kids grew up and killed themselves when they were 16, I'd be like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
Today is National Soft Serve Ice Cream Day.
Oh, boy.
And while everything can probably be made into soft serve, most Americans would probably prefer vanilla, chocolate, or strawberry, or a twist.
Who's getting strawberry?
I like strawberry soft
I like
serve.
strawberry.
Love it.
You like strawberry, and so does
Rough Shot Todd.
Yeah.
But seriously,
That's true.
who is going to get a soft serve ice cream cone from the place and getting strawberry?
I will get strawberry. Strawberry is good.
Really?
Yeah, and strawberry is a good palate cleanser. Like on the cruise, Gio raved about the strawberry ice cream.
Yeah.
And I had it after, and I was like, that's just like, it hits the spot.
If I had to rank the strawberry, then chocolate, then vanilla.
I'm not a fan of chocolate, so I get it. But it's weird. I get it. I even like strawberry, and I'll get a twist every once in a while, a vanilla strawberry twist. But very rarely do I go in a car full of people and go, "What do you guys want?" Nobody says strawberry.
Yeah. I think I would go vanilla, strawberry, chocolate.
Yeah.
Because chocolate, it's weird. Vanilla, you're usually getting the same vanilla. Sometimes you get that really good like vanilla bean, and you're like, "Oh, that's something better."
French vanilla.
But chocolate, there's like a lot of different chocolate where you're like, "I don't really like this chocolate. It's got a weird aftertaste."
Like some is chalky.
Yeah,
some,
yeah.
Like Some taste fake.
Yeah, some is like almost like too dark chocolate. You don't really like that, so I don't know. Strawberry's nice though. Strawberry's nice. In a poll, 70% of people said they prefer soft serve ice cream over hard ice cream, and it can be a little healthier. Soft serve usually has 3 to 6% milk fat. Just so if you and I can send this to Rough Shot Todd if he needs these.
Let him know.
While regular ice cream is more likely to have between 10% and 18%.
Real cream.
Here is some fun facts about soft serve. In some parts of Europe, it isn't called soft serve. It's called American ice cream.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In Greece and Romania, it's called machine ice cream. And in Ireland, it's called soft whip. They didn't say anything about some of the other countries like North Korea or anything like that. So Neapolitan vanilla chocolate strawberry is #1 in America, along with Canada, Mexico, most of Central America, England, and Australia. Overall, vanilla is the most popular, with 46 countries choosing that option. Let's see. Some notable vanilla fans include India, France, Switzerland, Sweden. They call it Wanella over in Sweden, Carmen. Finland and half of Africa.
Wanella.
Some of the other stuff, let's see. Big countries have flavors that are less common in the U.S. Top flavor in China and Japan is matcha. In Brazil, it's pistachio.
Nice.
Argentina, it's dulce de leche. And Saudi Arabia, it's mango.
All right. Best place for the soft serve in Tampa.
I don't know, but I would imagine it's that place that's off of Dale Mabry that looks like an ice cream cone. Is that good?
Twisted
Conery?
Street.
Twisted Street.
Absolute best.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever actually gone
I
to
consider
that.
myself a connoisseur.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's a place called Matt and Tanya's on Dale Mabry and Carrollwood that is not soft. I mean, they probably have soft serve, but they have other flavors, and they're really good. But that soft serve is worth the drive. And can I tell you another thing about them? Real sprinkles.
Yeah.
They use real sprinkles, the sugary sprinkles, not the pasty ones that you get.
Chalky ones.
Yeah.
Nice. Can I tell you something that I did not have until a few days ago? My sister-in-law sent us over crumble.
Oh yeah,
the
dude.
cookies.
Yeah.
Crumble cookies?
You're missing out on
I will punch you in the face.
Yeah.
Those are so good.
Yeah.
And they come up with crazy flavors like every week.
They are so good that I yelled at my wife. I go, get rid of those cookies. They're so good.
My son's girlfriend brought them over one time, and I was like, I'm trying not to eat this stuff, but you keep showing me the key lime cookie, and I have to eat a key lime cookie.
It was amazing.
Yeah, they're pretty fantastic.
They're almost like cakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing that is crazy about them and something you have to like think about, obviously when you're eating crumble cookie, you're not thinking about like calories and stuff like that. But the nutritional facts for a crumble cookie is actually a quarter of the cookie, not the whole cookie.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
And it is insane. Like one cookie is like 1,000 calories.
Carmen,
it's insane.
Nothing tastes that good without
Right.
being the worst possible thing.
The serving
is a
size is like 6 per cookie.
Yeah.
Right. There is literally a stick of butter in each cookie.
Yes. Give it to
How
me.
it should be.
Yeah.
It's delicious for
It works.
sure.
There's another place called Bake and Babes.
Yeah.
That their cookies are really, really good too. I like them better than the crumble.
Not bacon?
No, I know. That's what I thought too. Bake and then N Babes.
Like
If
Guns
there
N'
was
Roses.
yeah.
If there was a store that was just hot chicks who sold bacon,
Dude.
and it was bacon
Oh.
babe, I would
Yeah.
go there too.
They do a Fruity Pebbles cookie, and I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I devoured 3 of them in one sitting. They were so good. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm a fan of the
There is a list of U.S. airports with the longest walks. It's topped by Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport that has a distance between the check-in counter and the farthest gate is how far, would you say?
Quarter
For an
mile.
airport. Quarter mile. All right.
I'd say a full mile.
Full mile.
Damn.
Half mile.
Half mile.
1/8 of a mile.
Carbon.
2.5 miles.
2.16 miles.
That you have to walk it, or they have a tram.
Well, if you're going from the check-in counter to the furthest gate, yeah, I don't know if they have a tram or not.
Atlanta's terrible.
Yeah.
Chicago's terrible.
That is, crazy.
And then whatever that thing is in Denver, that crazy alien base that they have out there.
Yeah, the military airport
Yeah, the military
thing.
airport.
That wasn't too bad.
Denver,
Yeah.
you didn't make the right turns.
But and also I went during COVID, so no one was really traveling. But it was very easy.
Best
When I
airport.
went.
Best airport.
Tampa.
No,
Yeah,
I will
no,
tell you the
Tampa's
best
up there.
airport.
Tampa's really good.
Tampa's easy.
I'll tell you the best airport in whether it's not, it has nothing to do whether it's upkeep or how far from this and that. It's because they have slot machines and it's Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Because you can
That's
gamble right
another
there.
walking one.
Yeah,
That's a
but,
long
but
walk.
there's slot machines and you're like, oh my god, this is the best.
When you first walk off the plane and you start hearing the slot machines when you're coming down the little thing, you just get like the little
Yeah,
feeling
you're
in
all
your stomach.
excited.
Ooh,
Yeah,
we're
it's great.
here.
Will this be as big as Spanx? So the founder of Spanx, who I believe lives over in Clearwater, right? Who is very, very wealthy. She has a new shoe coming out called Sneaks, which is a pair of high-heeled sneakers.
Okay.
There's a picture on Bone TV. The product is launching tomorrow, but for now the prices are pretty high, around $400 to $600 per pair. Carmen, can you see those? Would you buy those?
I would not.
No?
Me personally, no. But I also do not wear heels.
Yeah.
my
because
wife's
of
not
my
a big
knees.
heel person either.
Yeah, I can't. Like I'll put them on to like take a picture, but I always have like a pair of flats with me.
My wife loves heels. She
Yeah.
just loves shoes in general, whatever. So I would imagine that I don't know. She'll either love or hate these. I
You know
think.
who can't wear heels? Pink.
Yeah.
Shatter the heel.
She actually
shatters the heel.
starts the concert in heels, ends in flats.
Yep.
Never takes the shoes off though. I had bought my wife a long time ago those Converse wedge heels.
Yeah.
Like those were cool. I thought
Yep.
those were really cool. These
And
ones,
comfortable.
yeah, these ones look, I don't know, a little hokey because they look almost like running shoes that have a
Yeah.
heel on it.
Yeah, anytime I wear heels all day, my feet hurt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man.
There'll be hot girls that wear those that'll look cool,
Yeah.
but it'll fade out.
Yeah, I think if they wore those with like the capri pants, I love girls that wear like the wedge shoes with capri pants.
Yeah.
That's a good look.
I love that. I just said those will fade out. Now cut to 3 years. Later, she made $7 billion off it.
we
They'll
can't keep them in stock.
No, it's weird that old white guy didn't know it was cool.
They'll be all over South Tampa.
Yeah.
All over
Yeah.
Hyde Park in South Tampa.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. So we talked about Matthew Perry last week from Friends about how I think 5 people they're
Arrested.
Yeah, arrested for this stuff. Shortly before Matthew Perry died, he asked his assistant to quote, "Shoot me up with a big one."
Oh,
After giving Matthew a ketamine injection, because remember the doctor taught that the assistant how to do the injection
Right.
stuff, and apparently shot him up with the big one. The assistant left to run some errands. That's when Matthew died in his hot tub.
Well, she found him, right? She came back.
When she
and-
came back,
yeah.
it was a he.
Oh, it was a he.
yeah.
Spanish. Would you shoot me up with a big one?
Nah.
Why?
I wouldn't. I would lie to you and say it was, and it would probably just be like saline or something.
Wow, what a jerk!
Yeah, I couldn't do that to you,
Can't
especially if
trust
I knew that was gonna.
Joe would hit me
Hurt
right.
you?
Joe would hit me right in the vein.
Nah, I couldn't do
I'd
it.
go with you, Michael.
Yeah.
Same tank.
Yeah, we'd be in the same hot tub.
Same.
Joe would pull a needle out of his kangaroo shoe and be like, "I already got it ready to go. Got it ready to go."
Same.
Yeah, like I, as an assistant, where do you draw the line?
Anything that I know. So
I mean, I'm just being serious. Like,
Job
if-
security.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you
but
kill
I-
this guy, you're losing your job.
Right. But if I was your assistant, that means I got to make your get your dry cleaning, run your errands, do all this stuff. And then at one point when he's like, "All right, I need you to shoot me up with drugs," that's when I go, "Hey, this isn't in my job description."
This is Hollywood, baby. This is what happens.
I would do it probably. I mean, if you were asking me, I would do it. But there would be a point because I'm not going to stop anybody from doing something that they want to do. But if it's to the point where I can see that it's hurting you, I don't think I.
But if
could.
it's prescribed by a doctor,
Yeah.
But a big one, I'll give you your dosage, the prescribed dosage. But if you're asking for like if you were like, I had a really terrible day, hit me with a big one, I'm gonna probably be like, sure thing, boss.
let's give it a regular size.
Yeah,
That's who would do it. Tom would do it.
Tom would do it. in a
Yeah,
heartbeat,
boss.
yeah.
All right, boss, get
I'll
it
give you
over
a big
here.
one.
Yeah.
Give you a big one knockout for a month.
By the way, do you know who Tom the Tree Man is? I realized it over the weekend. I was watching Sopranos again. He's the guy that they break his arm. Feach goes, my son does this in the neighborhood, whatever. The guy that mows the lawns.
Yeah, but I don't remember what he looks like.
It's totally because he's such just like, I don't know, all right.
Yeah.
And then Paulie's like, I'll get you half your neighborhood back, and you kick 3% to me. And all that stuff. Dude, when Paulie hits that guy with the shovel, the guy that takes over the lawn mowing, whatever, and he's like, I gotta talk to you, and he's like, yeah, get out of here, whatever. And he goes, all right, and walks away, and then comes back with a shovel and just hits the guy that's holding the rope, and then that guy falls
Falls out, yeah.
and he just goes over and takes his wallet, and he goes, this and the mower's a down payment. So good. Would you like to take an opportunity to apologize to Gio for anything.
Thank you.
Gio, I plucked you from obscurity. You worked on every show on this radio station.
Facts.
And I said, that guy is a guy with talent. He's being used wrong.
Thank
I don't
you.
know where the
And I
apology comes in.
Brought you here to this show where you've excelled beyond expectations.
True. Sorry, today's your last day.
Exceeded, maybe.
You've exceeded expectations.
Thank you.
And everyone likes you except for Joe and Carmen. And now not only are you the producer of the show, but you're also the burger guy.
I don't.
God bless you.
I mean, you've taken on more titles than you ever expected.
I'm sorry.
I feel like I have nothing to apologize for.
Oh.
Don't like Burger Guy.
Huh? I know. That's why we keep saying it. I would like to apologize to
Thank
you,
you.
Gio,
Uh-oh.
because Coldplay's current Music of the Spheres World Tour is now the highest grossing rock tour of all time.
Never in a million years.
With 945.7 million and counting. It surpassed Elton John's record for his farewell Yellow Brick Road
Who
tour.
the hell is Elton John?
Which only made 939 million, so they've already beaten him. That's unbelievable.
Because they're global. Like globally, they are famous.
Mike and I did not think
no way.
that they were Raymond James Stadium. Raymond James Stadium, both of us were like,
Because
what?
nobody was really doing like Morgan Wallen hadn't, Zach Bryan had. Nobody was really doing Raymond James Stadium. Like the only one that was doing Raymond James
U2.
Stadium was U2, but also that George Strait. But it was George Strait
sure.
and 17 other country artists.
Yeah.
And it would happen once a year, or Kenny Chesney and 12 country artists or something. But Coldplay on its own,
Yeah.
I
never would
said
have thought.
Coldplay was on that level, and I was mocked, laughed
You
at,
were?
and
Yeah.
scoffed at.
Yeah.
Still scoff at it.
Yeah. But yeah, because I mean they're global. I think they're almost bigger outside of the U.S. than they are in
Yeah,
the
but
U.S.
you know, it's
maybe.
global. Pitbull's global. Bad Bunny's
Yeah.
global, but I don't see them selling out Raymond James Stadium.
I mean, they're Coldplay is huge. They're up there.
I don't know where. I don't
And
know anybody
Coldplay's
that's
been around
rocking.
longer than those guys too.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody driving around listening to Coldplay.
And I don't like Coldplay. I'm not like a defender of Coldplay.
I think you are.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Sounds like your number one fan.
John Brennan
couple
went and
of
saw
songs.
Coldplay.
That makes more sense.
But I think I don't know whether this was the Raymond James. It may have been Amelie whenever they came through earlier or something, whatever. But he said it was good, and he said they're a lot more rock in concert than the songs.
I don't dislike them.
Yeah.
I don't dislike them. I just can't see them. They seem like a concert, like a band that is number one with women in their late 30s to mid 40s, and those don't seem like the big concert goers to me.
They also do a lot of cool stuff with technology where they
Light
have
shows.
the light
Yeah, the
shows,
wristband, yeah.
but then they also have glasses. Did you see the glasses? So they have the glasses. When you put the glasses on, they have fireworks that shoot up, but when you put the glasses on, they're actually hearts and stuff. Like it's weird. Yeah, it's weird,
that's
the
cool.
stuff that they do.
I think they're able to get a large fan base because, like you said, there's moms that like them, but they're also kids in their
Kids,
20s
yeah.
that like them.
Yeah.
So I think they pull in like a large spectrum.
Well, highest grossing rock tour of all time.
Deservingly so.
Coldplay
I
Suck
just
it,
found
Taylor
out that guy's not married to Gwyneth Paltrow.
anymore.
I didn't know that. They were like, because he got separated from somebody else, and I was like,
Chris
I thought
Martin.
Chris Martin is married to Gwyneth Paltrow. They have Apple.
Yeah.
And evidently that's been over
Not
for some
anymore.
time. I did
Yeah.
not know about that.
This is getting kind of sad, I think.
no.
Mike
What about Fisher?
Tyson. Mike Tyson showing that he's not scared of Jake Paul, giving him a couple shoves during a press conference for their upcoming fight. We have it on Bone TV there and laughing the whole time. It's so like contrived.
It's WWE.
Yeah,
It's what
yeah.
it looked like for a promo for WrestleMania.
So have you seen on the TV gimmick the 24/7 Mike Tyson channel?
Yes.
Have you seen that?
no.
I haven't watched it, but I've seen the.
So I have watched it. I watched everything from his Olympic fights to the time he fought Evander Holyfield and lost.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Not the beer biting one,
Right.
the one before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. And they Evander Holyfield just boxed his face in.
Listen, Evander Holyfield was fantastic. He was
Yeah.
unbelievable. And also, that was the setup for the next one where then he said that Holyfield kept on headbutting him, and that's why he bit his ear.
yeah.
You know, he was frustrated. Frustrated. I'm so frustrated. I'm frustrated.
This looks so fake, though.
Yeah.
The whole thing looks fake.
It's fake until Jake Paul gets knocked on his ass or
Yeah.
until he beats up old man Mike Tyson and everybody goes, what do you want? He's 60 years old.
So I just saw a thing with De La Hoya. One of our listeners sent it to me, and literally De La Hoya said the exact same thing as me. They were talking about the fight, and he goes, Tyson has a puncher's chance. he's Mike Tyson and he's awesome, but he's also old. So if it's in the first 3 rounds, Tyson has a shot.
Yeah.
After that, it's going to be sad and weird. And
Is it a real fight or is it an exhibition?
no, they're saying this is a real sanctioned fight.
Sanctioned.
It's
Carmen
funny
says,
that this is the
say,
one that gets
I
sanctioned.
say as well.
Right, prove it.
That last fight Mike Tyson had was not impressive at all. I forgot
No,
who he
it
fought.
was him and, Roy Jones
It was
Jr.
like a
It was
year or two
awful.
ago.
Yeah, it was Roy Jones Jr., but it was also there was not going to be a decision. There was not going to be a winner.
knockouts,
There
too?
was no knockouts, and I don't even think they did any headshots.
But
No.
yeah, it was a bore. It was
Yeah.
not
It was
even,
like watching your 2 old uncles have a fight.
yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. That was weird. So I don't know. I don't know who's excited about this. I mean, we'll watch it, of course, but
It's on Netflix.
yeah. Here's a sad day for you.
Wait, real quick. Whatever happened to the Joey Chestnut Kobayashi Netflix thing?
That's coming up.
Oh, we didn't miss that?
No, it's
Okay.
coming up. I think it's coming up fairly soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to go home after the show today and watch Chimp Crazy. That was on
Oh,
last
I
night.
forgot about that.
Yeah,
I forgot. I was too busy watching Dance Moms.
I can't stay up late and watch it, but yeah, Chimp Crazy was on last night, so I'll definitely have to watch that. This is a sad day because I think Spanish, certainly you were probably the right age, and a lot of other people saw those glorious mounds.
Ooh.
Boy Meets World star Danielle Fishel revealed that she has been diagnosed with a form of breast cancer.
Topanga.
Oh, Topanga, yeah, Topanga.
Man, everybody's got cancer.
She has a podcast, Pod Meets World, I guess, and she said about her beautiful mounds.
Didn't she marry
Yeah, that.
Jensen Karp?
Yeah. So hopefully nothing happens to those.
I know.
There's a lot of kids.
Oh my
Succulent.
What, Carmen?
That's what you care about? What about her as a human?
Nah.
That should be fine.
Hopefully you didn't let me finish. Nothing happens to her or her breasts.
Kobayashi versus Chestnuts on September 2nd.
Okay.
Live on
All
Netflix.
All right. Live.
Yeah.
Why do they name her Topanga?
Who knows?
Doesn't that
know.
seem odd?
Yeah, it's super odd.
Yeah.
That was the weirdest
Everybody
name
remembered it though.
Yeah.
You know?
I know, but it sounds like something you name a pet.
Yeah.
This is my squirrel monkey Topanga.
There is this.
Or it's a exchange student.
Yeah. He's here from Sweden with Ingve Topanga.
on the Boy Meets World subreddit, they were talking about this.
Yeah.
And people were
Why
going
are you on that?
Well, just
You
because,
weirdo?
whatever. I like what I like. But it was interesting to see how many people my age, like from their 30s to 40s, modeled what they thought they wanted in a relationship from that show, because a lot of our parents were working all the time. So that was our example, which is super weird.
Boy
to think
Meets
about.
World,
Yeah,
girl?
yeah. They're related because when she was dating him, like all the stuff that they went through with high school and then going to college. It's super weird that we learned how to be in a relationship from TV.
The older brother on Boy Meets World
Hilarious.
is really funny.
I loved him.
And there was he was in a movie where it was like a kind of teen movie, whatever, and he was really funny in there. There was something, I don't know, like he had to get to some party or something.
Yeah.
I forget what it was, but I remember going through channels and I found it. And I was watching and I was like, this is actually pretty funny. Like, that kid should have been a bigger star.
I agree with you. I don't know why he wasn't, but he was hilarious in that show.
It's the same model. Every teenage show like that has the older brother that's funny.
Yeah, and good looking.
Like iCarly.
iCarly,
had
that kid was hilarious.
Yeah.
That kid was hilarious. Yeah, there was a lot of good stuff.
The only show that they didn't do that was Even Stevens, where Shia, whatever how you say his last name.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, he was a younger brother, and he was the funny one. That was like the first time you ever saw the younger brother being funny.
I saw a comedian over the weekend that was deconstructing the Jetsons. He's like, did you know how old George Jetson was?
Mid-40s?
42.
42.
You know how old Jane was?
Jane was 36.
33.
Oh.
He's like, you know how old Judy was?
16.
17.
Oh.
Do the math.
Okay.
That means
Yeah.
Jane had Judy when she was 17,
Yeah.
and George was 24.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Hey, listen, who knows what's going to be in the future? You know?
Yeah.
That's true.
It may go back to the past. Have you ever seen any of those pictures with the preacher wedding the 9-year-old girl to the 33-year-old
Oh,
guy?
my God, dude.
And stuff? And that was like in what, the 20s?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I know, dude. I know.
Yowza.
I know.
That is some weird, wild stuff.
Why are you saying it like you were married off?
No, well, because he's talking about that, but I think it was like last year, the WHO, which was like and the UN, which were the leaders of world pedophilia lowered the age of consent so that people could be with more younger people.
And weren't they trying to do that in California?
Yeah.
That's where they did it, and they made it like 15, right?
Yeah, something like that.
So I have a list of something. Do you want to do the bone bonus?
Yeah, because we're straight up against it right now, right, Carmen?
Yes, we are.
Do it, Carmen.
Here we go, Bone Fam. The Bone Bonus. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine. Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is
green. This hour's keyword is green.
I thought you were looking at me. I was like, I don't know what it is. I saw your head turn. I thought you were looking at me.
Oh.
And I went, I don't know. Hope he's not waiting for me to say it.
Head to the 1025 The Bone app now and enter the word green before 30 minutes past the top of the hour, and that $1,000 bone bonus could be yours.
All right, good luck. You'll have a half hour to get that done, and then it'll come up again at 10, noon, 2, and 5 today. We'll get you $1,000.
Start thinking about it now. I have someone challenged people to start a fight in 5 words or less. Okay, so just like a statement that would start a fight, 5 words or less. What can you? And no mention of politics, by the way. No politics.
Okay. What about race?
5 words or less. You can do race is fine, whatever. And I have a list of some of the good ones, so we can put ours up against theirs.
I got mine.
Yeah. All right.
5 word.
Pink, you're too fat to fly.
That's it. Just pink, you're too fat.
That might work, yeah.
Pink is too fat.
All right. We'll do that when we get back. If you want to get on the phone line, 727-579-1025. It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 1025 The Bone. Guess what we're talking about? Take your time.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were talking to me.
Yeah. Guess what we're talking about?
Me?
Yeah. What about you?
That I was in the bathroom?
Yeah. Why can't you go when everybody else goes?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
What's really going on in there?
Seriously.
I just went to go pee.
Did you go in there and scratch your head?
No, I just went to go pee.
I went out back, talked to Ralphie, came out, sat with Gio out there, thumbed through my Godfather quotes book.
Not 1, but 2 books.
Thank you. Came in here, talked to Galvin, looked up my social security information, did a whole bunch of stuff on my phone, talking to my wife. Then the show starts and you're gone.
Galvin did the hot dog dance for us.
I did. I acted out a video that I saw. Hot dog.
A lot of stuff
I
happened.
dropped my hot dog. It's my wife's favorite video. It's so funny.
And you were in here while that was happening.
I did not see the hot dog.
Not the hot dog, but the other stuff.
Yeah.
At the very beginning, when we first went to commercial break.
Why is it you can't run to the bathroom at the break like everybody else does, so that when the show comes back, you're here like everybody else is?
I was just talking to Galvin, and then after we were done talking, I went to the bathroom.
But you weren't just talking to Galvin. You were like dilly-dally. You're a dilly-dallier.
I wasn't dilly-dallying. We just talked, and then I went.
I feel like you're blaming me.
I'm not blaming you, but
like
that's
trapped you.
But that's what I'm not
Totally
blaming. I'm just saying that's what happened. You
If
asked me
not
what
for
happened.
Galvin, I'd be there on
Galvin,
time.
can you do me a favor?
Stop
talking
yeah.
to the employees during
with
the
my
break.
stories. With my long
You
stories.
did have a good story, though.
Say my name is Spanish,
My name is Spanish,
and I'm a dilly-dallier.
and I'm a dilly-dallyer.
Dilly-dallier? Does that work?
Yeah, dilly-dally.
Dilly-dallier.
Dilly-dallyer.
Will you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Go out into the mudroom. There's my red jackets right there. In the pocket is the key to my car.
Get the thing?
The thing in the back.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Let's just get it out there for once. So it's a stick and 2 cubes. You might have to look for the cubes because they might have rolled around a little. He's a dilly-dally. He's a dilly-dally.
Something's going on.
What do you think he's doing?
I don't know.
Joe, is he doing meth in my bathroom?
I don't think so.
Something's going
Is he
on.
scraping his face?
Maybe.
I don't smell cigarette smoke, so I don't think it's that.
No, you go outside for that.
He's definitely streaking in the toilets again.
But like but the thing is like we've brought it up multiple times.
What are you saying? We should admonish him?
But no, I'm just saying like it's been brought up multiple times, and yet there's been no change.
You're saying he has no respect for me.
Yes.
I mean,
What do you think about this? Maybe this is next step. Maybe the flag thing. So explain the flag thing.
So Big Dick made a stick. It's just like a little cube with a stick on it, and at the top he's got a yellow cube and a brown cube. And when he goes to go brown, he puts the brown cube on. When he goes to go yellow, he puts the yellow cube on. And when he's here, he could just leave it blank.
Yeah.
So I think the next step is much like whenever you're in school and you needed to get the pass to go to the bathroom. But here's the thing.
Raise your hand.
No, we chain them. We chain him to this,
I don't
and
think-
he has to ask you permission to get the key to
I would do
unchain.
that.
Right?
I
Like a
that.
gas station sometimes. You go there and they got to get the key at the front desk.
We'll just put a bedpan here, and then
Joe, I hate to add to your duties.
Yes,
But when you get here in the morning, you turn the lights on, and then you hook Spanish up to the desk.
chain him
Okay.
down.
Yeah.
Now you have duty.
That's all right. I can handle duty.
Turn the TV on first, though.
All right.
It takes so long to do everything.
It's a long time.
I mean, I would when I was in his position, I would move fast.
Oh yeah, lightning. They used to call you Lightning Calta.
Yep.
I remember.
They did.
All right, here we go.
Oh,
There you go.
oh,
There's a stick.
I like it. I like
Now, if you were going to go number 2, what would you put on there? There you go.
Can't see it.
Yeah, why not?
It's right there.
Oh, Joe sucks.
Yeah. I can't.
Well, he can't move the camera and do all the stuff on her, but
There. You see it now.
there it is. It's in the corner there, Carmen.
Okay.
Can you see
You
it?
see it?
Yes.
All right, well, take it off. You don't want to mislead. You're not doing brown. There you go.
Twin brown.
Wow.
There you go. Now, when I look up and I go, "Where's my?" Oh, he's making
no,
yellow.
yeah.
He's making
yellow.
Making yellow.
All right.
Now what happens if he doesn't put it up, but he's not
Ooh,
there?
then the stick goes where.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right. By the way, so we've come up with an idea. If this doesn't work, the next step is you get chained to the table,
All right.
and then you have to ask for the key to go.
Okay. All right.
Like a hall pass.
Sure. Yeah.
Like even
Yeah, yeah.
Carmen said, we bring this up all the time, and yet you still. It's like you're just throwing it in my face.
I don't really know what to say to that because I haven't. It's not me that walks in when you get already started. Joe's done it, Gio's done it, but
No.
nobody else gets yelled at.
I'm not going to look. Ask the rest of the room. Cool.
What am I? I'm asking them to admit that they do the same thing as me and they don't get yelled at. Then nobody's going to admit
No,
to
I
that.
don't do it nearly as much.
All right, well, you
Like-
still do it. So does Joe.
No.
Yeah, I would say it's a good.
That's fine. Whatever.
Good, I would
know.
say good at least 3-1, maybe 4 to 1.
4 to 1.
Yeah.
4 to 1. 4 to 1.
I will not go to the bathroom anymore.
No, that's see.
Well, I'm
now
here.
you're just being a dick. First of all, you go to the bathroom. What's step 1?
To put the thing.
Thank you. Step 2,
Come back on time.
duty. Step
Streaks,
3,
they
clean
are.
the streaks,
Mm-hmm.
and then come back here and remove your cube.
Absolutely.
I would say step 1 is leaving at the beginning of the break.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stop listening to Galvin's stories.
Yeah. Listen, I'll cut back on the stories.
They're very compelling.
Hey, I'm
Galvin.
giving you permission right now to go. Zzz. If I'm telling you a
Try
story,
it. Tell him a story. Tell him a story.
interesting as it may be, if you give me a zzz, then I know you got to go to the bathroom.
Let's
And I'm
practice it.
All right. So, hey, Spanish, the other.
Wow, it was right out
That
of the
was
gate.
quick, yeah.
You sound like one of those bug zappers.
Yeah, I feel like Chris Tucker from Fifth Element. All right.
So, obscure
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Thank you.
The other week, I was at the grocery store, and I.
Wow.
I was
Good.
actually interested in that. You locked me in. You locked me in for a second.
It's going to be hard to get away
It is.
if it's a good story.
Maybe you could get some tips from Carmen because she's like super fast.
Fastest
Yeah.
pooper in the West.
Yeah.
I've tried.
Super fast.
I don't know how she does
And
it.
I can't be late.
Spanish. You should have seen Earth, Wind, and Fire the other night. They played a song that they have not played in 34 years. You're listening to the whole thing.
Yeah, dude. This is why you're late.
I was into the story.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the whole
that's-
point. You got to know when to get out.
I didn't know we were still doing it.
I've been throwing.
All
You
the
gotta
time
tell
we're
me.
doing it.
1, 2, 3, go. That's what you say.
No,
We have to tell you when to go.
Jesus Christ.
compelling. Your story
It's
is too
like
compelling, Galvin.
It's like, yeah, I know, right? I'm too in.
He just draws you in.
It's like whenever you have to carry the egg around. You know?
Zzz. Am I still doing it? I don't know what's happening.
No, you blew it.
You blew it.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Spanish
I will not
can't
be
even-
offended. I will be not. I won't be offended if you stop me mid-story.
Spanish on the way to work is like, I'm gonna do my job perfectly. I'm just gonna. The only time I'm gonna leave is to poop. Nothing can go wrong there.
Yeah.
So someone challenged a bunch of people to start a fight in 5 words or less, and you can't mention politics. Okay. So
Got it.
Gio, you said before we went to break, you're like, I got one. Perfect. What do you have?
Your wife is a whore.
Oh my
Why are
God!
you looking at me?
He turned his head to look directly at Mike.
I didn't like that
Good
at all.
Lord.
That's not what we're doing. I thought
Amanda,
that was
none of us feels that way.
I mean, yes.
I don't believe this.
That-
Wait, what?
That would certainly start a fight.
Are we fighting?
That's good.
I have one.
Okay.
Is that on your diet?
Oh,
That's-
Remember?
that's-
With the- my
That's a good
Oh,
one.
that's better than mine.
That's a good one.
All right, I got one.
Oh.
George Bush hates black people.
That was one of the best moments on
you broke
television.
the rules. He said no
Yeah,
politics.
politics.
All right.
That's not politics. That's fact. Oh.
Anybody else?
All mine are racist. I can't say anything.
Look at that ass.
Oh.
So here are some of the ones that they have. You're acting like your mom. Ooh, that's rough. You tell a girl she's acting like her mom, especially if her mom's a little, hot dogs are tacos.
No. I'll hit
No?
you.
Pineapple on pizza.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah. Wine is better with ice.
Yes, I agree.
Listen,
I
I'm
have
telling
one.
you right now, if you want ice in your wine, put ice in your wine.
Yeah.
It's your
Yeah.
wine. I don't care. That's
What is
never
the difference there? Because it gets watered down?
Oh,
or-
because
That's what they
they're
say. Yeah.
fancy, falutin, highfalutin, blah blah blah. And I'm like,
I just like cold drinks.
yeah.
Like I don't like warm anything.
This one, the first statement is correct, and then the second statement is the one that would probably start a fight.
Okay.
Dogs are better than cats. No,
Yes.
I don't think anybody's arguing with that. Cats are better than dogs.
Yes.
No.
Well,
That's a fight
Listen,
starting.
so my cat was very lonely this weekend.
Yeah.
So, and I was the only one here, and it just came up to me and was like, it doesn't even say meow. It just is like, rah, rah, rah. I go, all right, come on, jump up here. Then I gotta rub its head, and I'm finally starting to warm up the cat, and the cat likes to bury its head into my arm, and I'm like, all right, this is kind of cute, Then when I got up, it looked like I was lactating. The cat drooled all over me. I was like, oh, you gross, drooly cat.
I love your cat.
Oh,
Yeah,
take
me
it,
too.
please.
You say that all the time, and I try, and then like, no, my daughter.
My daughter will kill me.
Exactly. So stop trying to give your cat away and just embrace it.
This
I
will
did, and it drooled all over me.
This will definitely start a fight. Anything with popular movies or TV shows. Star Wars is boring.
Oh yeah.
Game of Thrones is stupid. Goodfellas is mid.
I'll tell you.
Shawshank Redemption is overrated.
Now you're just being a dick.
I will actually shank you in the shower.
Wait.
I used to be all Goodfellas over Godfather.
Really?
Yeah, I used to think I'm like Godfather's great and all that, but Goodfellas is written. Now I can't even. Goodfellas is like a joke to watch.
Really?
Yeah, it's so weird.
It's still pretty good.
No, it's very good.
Yeah.
but it's almost like it's so over the top garbage. You know what I mean? Compared to what the Godfather is.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I love whenever they explain things because a lot of stuff happens in movies that you may not pick up on or the intention of what it was. But they talked about the music whenever they were writing Goodfellas, and Martin Scorsese said about the music for a certain thing, Cream, whenever Robert De Niro looks and he's looking at Maury and he knows that he's going to kill him. And do that thing, and the way they turn it, and they slowed the film down and everything, and just the way he looks and takes a drag on the cigarette, and you're like, oh my god! And once you know that, like whenever you see it, you're like, okay, he's looking at him, he's mad at him or something. But once you know that's the point where he gets it in his head, I'm gonna kill him and not give him the money. I'm gonna keep the money, and he's
That's
a big
why
mouth.
they're so good together.
Yeah.
De Niro outside of Scorsese movies, not that great.
Yeah.
But Scorsese knows what he's good at, knows how to pull the best out of him. Because think about it, what movies has he been in outside of Scorsese that have been that great?
Right.
Right?
Yeah. Meet the Fockers, but he's not.
But it was comical. That's
Right,
a comical
right, yeah.
thing. Like I'm talking about his great
Serious,
acting skills.
yeah.
You don't see a lot of it, and the same thing with the guys he works with, DiCaprio and all that. He knows how to pull those things out of certain actors.
Yeah.
And I've dissected the Godfather movies so many times, and I try to make my wife understand how great moments are. Like when Michael figures out that Fredo is the one that
the face that
like
he makes.
his whole just the blank stare on his face, and you can literally see his mind thinking about, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening.
When he knows he already met him and all that stuff. Yeah.
Like it just like sinks in, and like the look on his face, I'm like, look at it, you don't understand. He knows, and she's
Another subtle look is when they go meet with Sollozzo, and Sonny talks up in the meeting, and he talks. You never let the family, never know anybody outside the family know what you're thinking. But the way Vito's face is, like he wants to jump up and grab him, and he can't do anything. He's like,
Yeah.
I have a weakness for my kids.
A couple other things that'll definitely start a fight is anything about a sports team. Yankees suck, Cowboys suck, any of that stuff. Anything about a band or musician. The Beatles are overrated. Taylor Swift's a fraud. Nirvana wasn't that good. any of that stuff. This one, I don't think this is going to start a lot of fights. Breakdancing isn't a sport. Everyone would probably go, yeah, all right.
Did you see the girl at UFC's Ray Gun tribute at the end?
Yeah,
The UFC girl from Australia. When she was done, she broke out into the breakdancing.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then they I don't know, for some reason put this in here. I guess it would start a fight though. The best 2-word answer: calm down.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Calm down's always all right, calm down.
I'm more of a relaxed guy.
Yeah, relax is
Relax.
good. I always thought that would be a funny stand-up bit. Is that no one's ever relaxed when someone yells relax?
Yeah, that's true.
You know. And then the best one-word thing that's gonna make people at least cringe or go, "Oh God, don't say that." Moist.
Oh,
Yeah.
I never knew why that bothered. I say that all the time because a lot of times you can't say other things on the radio, and that does make girls so it turns them off so much.
Yeah.
Ironically, the ones who
Yeah. No, we got you.
You want to curse again?
I was hoping old gummy panties would chime in. Tell me why it was gross or not.
No, I was gonna say I really don't. It doesn't bother me. I'm not like a fan of it. It's not my favorite word, but it's also not like it doesn't make me like cringe or anything. I don't understand why girls.
I don't know
like
why
it.
that one's so cringy. It's
I don't know.
If you use it the right way, it's kind of hot.
I don't know about that.
Everybody goes,
Yeah.
Now it got weird just now.
Yeah, like when you're talking, but see, like, because I think of moist, like I think of it when I'm like baking, like a
Of
cake.
course you do.
Wow.
But like that's what I'm saying. Like that's what my head goes to. I don't think about
Stuff.
Yeah.
other things, but like I like my
A moist
cakes.
cupcake.
Yeah, you want your cakes to be moist.
I
Yeah, I
love
do.
the girl that Kenny meets at Shaboom's from Eastbound and Down, where she goes, "You're making me, how do you say, wet in the
Shaboom.
Shaboom's? I'm gonna go to Shaboom's."
I'm trying to think if I have any turn off words like that or anything that grosses me out. I don't know. That's certainly not one of them.
I just don't understand why people are getting into other people's business. We've said it a million times, mind your own business and things are so much easier for you. If you're mad, if you get physically mad because someone puts ice cubes in wine or puts pineapple in pizza, what's going on in your life?
Yeah.
You're
Right. Who cares?
You're mad at your dad. You're not mad at me. There's definitely something else going on.
That's how the internet works now.
I guess, yeah.
I'm going pheasant hunting,
Yeah, you were saying, yeah.
and I'm very excited about that. I'm learning more about pheasant hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that there's like like they tie a streamer to a couple of their feet, and if you get the streamer one, that's like a big deal.
Oh, yeah. Big score.
It's like getting the baby and the cake in New Orleans.
Oh yeah.
Remember, when you said it, I brought up pheasant under glass, and nobody knew what that was.
Yeah, what
And
is that?
It's the most popular pheasant dish.
I'm
that.
gonna cook. I want to cook it.
That'll be delicious.
Yeah. Well, you got to take the
Oh.
metal balls out of it.
A little white wine, and
Yeah. With ice in it.
yeah,
Aren't they small like pigeons?
they're small.
Yeah.
They're small.
Yeah. So you got to eat like 7 of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass. I don't know nothing. I just found out about the streamer thing this weekend, and I don't know. Reminded me of a couple of dirty jokes I can't tell on the radio.
Because they hide in the grass and stuff. Like you go and kind of get them when they come up from the ground.
They're looking for the light. They let them go and they fly towards the sun. Then you just blast
I
them
would
out of
like
the sky.
a moist pheasant.
Oh, delicious.
That
Yeah.
would be delicious.
Hold on. So you're not just like going out into the area and the pheasant are out there. They're releasing pheasants,
think they
and then when they
release them.
release them, you
Yeah,
just shoot them out of the cage.
cheater.
That's
You're just a bad person.
better.
It is worse.
Yeah, you're cheating.
Because they're in.
You're the same guy who said if you were in a tree stand that was bad.
But if you're a pheasant and you're in a cage and they're like go free and you're like, oh my god, I get to go. Ah!
Yeah.
Like at least if you were already free
You
and
got a
you're
fighting
there and
chance.
something scares you and you're like, all right, let's get away, and they shoot you, you go, all right, you got it.
Some of them are going to get away.
It's like if you're going hunting for deer and they just release the deer out of a cage.
Yeah.
To run across the field.
Do you know they do that too?
Do they really?
Yeah, like when you go, if you go to a place, you can go hunting for. I want to go get an elk. All right. Well, what do you think? Do you think they're just going to be like, okay, you're going to go get the elk?
Really?
Yeah.
And now an elk will automatically appear.
No, they go track them.
No.
Yes,
They
they're-
release
In
them.
real life, like if you're going, there are places where you
Yes.
go and stuff. But like
But if
in
you
real
can
life,
go pay to get an elk, and they'll just put you in a place where there's an elk in there, and you
but
go
like
get it.
Carmen's talking about, you go hunting in Michigan.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
just going and trying to find whatever you're trying
That's
to find.
what Wells does.
Yeah.
Wells goes out with his bow and arrow, and he goes hunting on his property, and he
Right.
comes back with some stuff.
I can see if there's places you pay and you're guaranteed to
Right.
get the elk because the elk is in that area.
It's the old shooting the fish in the barrel.
Yeah.
Right, that thing.
That's what you're doing.
Cheating.
Look at me. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I am not going to have to give my awards back at the end of the week.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not doing this because I want to be a great hunter. It was just an experience I never had before, and I may cry at the end of it, or I may just be pulling pheasant out of my teeth for the rest of my life. I don't know how it's going to work.
So you shoot down the pheasants, then you got to go pick up the dead birds.
I don't think you pick
dogs
up dogs, go get them.
Oh,
Dogs
really?
hit 'em. Yeah,
Okay.
and they hold them gently so they don't puncture the bird.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're trained to do it. Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
it's amazing.
Yeah, then you got to eat bird with dog slop
Yeah,
on
it's
it.
on their feathers. You pull all that stuff off.
Here's a 5-gallon bucket of dead birds.
Yeah.
Cook that up for me.
Yeah. Hope you had fun today. Did you
Can
get
I
the
tell you?
streamer? Nope. Okay.
I'm very excited about it. I feel like it's just a fun experience. I may never do it again.
That'll be
and I
cool.
may do it for. I think before the pheasant thing is the sheriff's shooting clay. So that'll be a good some
Yeah.
good practice.
Warm up.
Yeah, a little warm
have
up.
you ever been duck hunting?
I have not.
No.
I would do that too.
Yeah.
I would do duck hunting. I have no problem. A duck bit me on the leg when I was 5 years old.
Oh, not
Payback
cool.
time.
Bit me, and I've been mad ever since.
Yeah.
If I could find that dog, I'd find it and wring its neck. I almost said it again, Carmen.
Don't do it.
I almost cursed again.
What's his name?
Please
Ping?
don't.
I won't.
Was the
But-
duck named Ping?
No, it was not named Ping. I was walking in Staten Island, had a really nice area. You know, Staten Island was like really, it was settled really early, and because it's a little island, so people, the Dutch came over there, and so anyway, there's a place called Richmond Town, which has still some of the old buildings that were first there.
That's
and,
cool.
Yeah, it had a nice, had a creek and a mountain and all that, and I saw the duck and I went running towards the duck, and the duck ran toward me and bit me right in the leg, little bastard.
Not cool.
Yeah, I got nipped right in the thigh by
Angry
a
ever
duck.
since.
I don't like any ducks after that. Like I don't want to hurt ducks, but if I could find that one duck,
Yeah.
I'd wring its little neck.
I hate birds, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Why do you hate birds?
'Cause
Like,
I'm-
did you have an incident too?
My grandparents had a African gray, and it bit me when I was young. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
and
they're
I'll
mean.
never
Those get
forget.
mean.
Yeah.
We had one of those,
They're very mean, man, and their beaks are very sharp.
but they can talk really good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought about that, how cool that would be, and then I also how annoying that would be.
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes would be cool if it's like, because I used to have this friend that had a bird, and it used to, you go, hey, where's Mark? When they'll go, Mark's a bad boy. Mark's a bad boy. Like it would know who the people were and all that. But then I thought, after a while, I don't want that bird to talk anymore.
No way.
And you have to shoot it, just snap its neck.
how do
too.
you shut it up? Yeah,
Yeah,
That's the thing. Shut up, bird.
Yeah.
The one we had, people would knock on the door and it would tell them to come in. And we had like maintenance guy, AC guy was there.
Just
He
walking
walked in
through
the
your
house
house?
because it sounded like someone said, come in. And
That's
when he knocked on the door,
hilarious.
yeah.
That is so funny.
and they so what my grandparents told me is they only attach to one person. Is that true?
Yeah.
So like the bird was real attached to my grandfather. So if my grandmother ever tried to play with it or take it out of the cage, it was like super mean to my grandmother.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
My grandfather thought it was hilarious, but it would like bite my grandmother, yeah, or any of us,
Oh,
really.
it got my thumb one time and right through the nail.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
they'll bite. They can bite hard, man.
Yeah, I can't imagine keeping that much longer.
No.
There was a story about, I used to work for this guy. He was a real, like, legit mob guy, and he said there was a time that they were out on the beach and the guy had his bird and it bit the other guy, and the guy just turned and snapped its neck right there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to do that either.
My stepfather would make me change the bird cages, even though it wasn't my goddamn bird. And that was one of the things I always had to do. And
I
the
have to
bird,
tell you,
that's where the bird bit me.
I'm starting to put a little of this on you. At some point, you have to stand up for yourself.
Yeah, gee.
I mean, I was a
As
kid.
he's a child.
Yeah, but I mean, it's even at some point you have to go change your own bird cage.
Oh, that goes over well when you're like 13.
What's he gonna make you do? Sleep on the porch, or already sleeping outside?
I mean, I guess.
Do you know I think about that almost every night as I'm in bed? I lay there and I'm like,
Of Geo?
yeah, dude. I'm laying in bed. I got a fan on me, and I got the air down to 67,
I had a fan sometimes.
and I'm sleeping with my pillows. I'm so comfortable. Sometimes the TV's on, sometimes it's not, and I'm just laying there going, Geo is outside.
I would have a fan, and then sometimes, like the next night, the fan would just be gone.
Oh,
Like if I
What?
if I had like talked back or I'd done something, or I'd
take your fan
the
away?
fan would just be gone. I'm like, where
Wow.
did the fan go?
Question: were you butt up against the screens?
What do you mean?
Like your bed, was it up against the screen?
Yeah, kind of.
So, like anybody from the outside could have just walked right up to you?
100%.
That is the
Yeah, I used to.
craziest
But
thing.
The taking of the fan, that's like psychological warfare.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
100%.
abuse.
it would just be gone, and then like the next day it might reappear. And I'd look, and I wouldn't realize until like you go to bed like 10 o'clock at night.
But you knew why.
And you walk out and like go to turn the fan, and like, what the hell?
Where's the fan?
Where's the fan?
Mm-hmm.
And then I would go looking for the fan, nowhere to be found.
Wow.
And then the fan would just reappear.
That guy was.
And then
real
one day
good.
the fan was thrown at me.
Oh,
Yeah, but you should have caught it and put it back in your room.
Yeah.
That is the weirdest situation I could ever think about.
Sometimes the door would be locked, so then I'd just go pee in the backyard. Yeah.
All right.
I'd literally go out there in the room and then go back in the house, and the door the deadbolt's locked and I can't get in
and
the
you were
house.
just trapped outside. You couldn't get a drink of water or nothing.
No.
Holy smokes!
No, I'd just be
man.
out there, and then and then eventually it would like in the middle of the night or something. I'd go try again. It'd be unlocked again. It was like just to mess
Yeah,
with me.
how are you not crazier
mentally.
than you are?
I mean, I probably
Well,
am.
He's a psycho.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
definitely a psycho.
Just to
But
mess
I'm just
with me.
saying, you didn't tell like a teacher or anything. I
No.
feel like someone would have done something.
At the time, I didn't know. I just didn't know any better. I just thought this guy's an a-hole, and that's that.
Ugh.
You know,
I don't know.
he don't like me. I don't like him,
Yeah,
and
but-
he's an a-hole, and I'm a kid. And what
He's
am I
torturing you.
What am I gonna do?
Right.
You know,
He's torturing you.
yeah. But at the time, I was just like, oh, that's just the way life is, I guess.
I couldn't even make my son sleep on a twin bed.
Yeah. Sometimes my brother would unlock the door, and I was like, oh, thank you so much.
You know, your brother was never like, like you're seeing movies. Let me bring him some water or something to make sure he's okay.
He's like, he didn't want to, he got along with him better than I did. And like, he didn't want to do anything to like,
He didn't want to be stuck out on the
Now,
porch.
was,
too.
now is your brother his kid?
no.
Just your sister
My sister, yeah.
is his kid.
Yeah.
Does she
Okay.
still talk to him?
No.
She didn't like him either.
No.
Interesting.
Yeah, he talks to nobody.
Gio, I'm telling you right now, I don't know how you don't find him and kill him.
It's not worth it to me.
It's worth it to me, and I
Yeah.
didn't even have to sleep on the porch.
Yeah. I've dealt with it like for so many years that like that person is so meaningless in my life that I can't imagine caring enough to do
You're
anything.
a better person than I am. Gio.
Yeah. Yeah.
Weird. And you hate your mother, and she never even put you outside.
yeah. I mean, I don't really hate her. We just don't really get along.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try to talk and have like conversations, but they never go well. They just don't.
I thought
man.
it was better though.
Yeah, they got a little better, and then
now it's not.
she was here a little bit ago, and we tried to have a conversation, just her and I, and it never.
Like about
goes
what?
well.
How did that go?
She was just asking.
You know, I'm
me-
100% on her side.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. She was just asking me about like lifestyle. I was telling her about the show I'm doing on Saturdays, and
Even she knows that's a bad idea.
No, she thinks it's a good idea, but she's old. She's very old school. She had a very hard life growing up,
Yeah.
so she doesn't really have time for anything.
Emotions.
Yeah, pretty much. And
Toughen up.
yeah, a little bit. And then she was like, the conversation ended when she looked at me and she said, "You have no idea how hard it is not to judge you." And I was like, okay,
That's weird. That's a weird thing to say to your kid.
Yeah. So
The older I get, the more amazed I am at how good of a relationship I have with my parents.
Yeah.
I
Be
mean,
grateful,
really,
yeah.
I didn't know that everybody wasn't like, because like people, I remember like kids growing up, kids would be like, oh, my parents said this and I can't do this, whatever. And I was like, my parents are great. Like we have everything we want and they're super cool.
But is that why they were great? No.
No. But also,
Right.
my parents would be like, "Hey, if you're going to be out late, just call us. Whatever. If people are drinking, we'll come."
I
and get
think
you,
your brothers may have a different opinion. I mean, I think they probably think your parents
Right.
are great and all that, but you being the fourth brother,
Yeah.
they probably went
youngest.
through so much. They were
been
like,
to the
They had it
ringer.
all down. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was easy.
it was easy for you. Where your older brother's probably like, oh, it wasn't so easy for us.
I go out of my way to be cool to my kids because of the way I grew up. I don't want them to be like that. Have that
Resent you.
relationship at all. No.
See, I don't. It's weird because my dad and I are really tight now, but we weren't when I was a kid. So I don't have anything to go on other
Yeah.
than TV dad. You know what I mean? So I think I'm a good dad. My kid and I have a really good relationship. So I think it's going okay.
Yeah.
It's funny. My son growing up, I would do this a lot, and it was he'd never really gotten very much trouble with anything that would happen. I'd go, I get it. I was a 10-year-old boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I
yeah.
know exactly what I just don't do it. I would always just talk to him like he was an adult.
That's kind of what I did too, and I think that and not necessarily like an adult, but don't treat kids like
Right.
they're
Little
like they're
babies.
little babies, and then they'll be honest with you, and they'll have
Yeah.
you could say like I've been there, I know what you're talking about.
A lot of times, if my kids did something wrong, I would say, "If you want to act like a kid, I'm going to treat you like a kid," and that's why this is not going to happen.
Sleep on the porch.
But then they would, that would usually work where they want to be treated like teenagers or young adults, and then that kind of usually worked for them.
I think the best thing my kids had going for them is that I had nothing when I was a kid, so now I'm going to overcompensate for them.
Yeah.
And they're making out like bandits.
Yeah.
Just clean up after yourself.
What's that?
My kids, like, just clean up after yourself. I go, you put the dish in there, just get rid of it. You know?
No, they're the worst. Like but also I can't get too mad at them because I'm also a slob.
Oh, yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah, like Juliana walked out of a room and I go, take your iPad with you. And she goes, why? I go, why? I don't know. Why leave it in the kitchen? Take it in your bedroom. It was like very annoying. But then I thought about it. I'm like, I don't care if it's in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Why am I making a big deal?
And you,
I feel like
but
I'm
also,
just-
you're the example. You do stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're going to do it like that.
By the way, Tim's listening. He just wrote, no, they're perfect.
tip number 3.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Also, they had 4.
Yeah.
So they were like, if we lose one, we got 3 more. I go out, stay out late. We got 3 more.
I told you my mom used to say the most dangerous thing. We'd be in the house and she'd be trying to clean or do something, whatever. And she goes, why don't you guys go outside and ride your motorcycles or
Go play with your power saw.
Yeah. You just shoot your BB gun or do something, whatever. Yeah. It was always like the most dangerous things. Play with the lawn jarts.
All right. Hopefully by now somebody won the $1,000. If you didn't, there's another chance coming up at 10, noon, 2, and 5 today. We'll take a quick break. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Who is the greatest American rock and roll band?
Greatest American rock and roll band. I mean, I'm going to put the Eagles, Aerosmith up there.
Limp Bizkit.
Of all time?
Eagles came up a lot, but I mean, I know that they're a rock band, but do you really think rock when you think the Eagles?
Yeah, they're
like, I'm thinking rock and roll.
They're softer rock.
Right.
I mean, if you're going rock,
Aerosmith could be one of them.
Yeah.
I would put Metallica.
Metallica, though, you have Lars.
Heavy metal.
But Lars was born and, most of it.
Yeah, but I would consider them they were from here. You know what I mean? Like the
band started here.
Their success was here.
And the band started here.
Yeah.
He was a teenager, I think, whenever he came over at 12.
Chili Peppers.
Yeah, but even that's there. I think of them more like as a
Punk.
funky rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I would say Van Halen.
Oh.
Van Halen, yes.
That's
Which
not
is weird
right.
too.
That's my opinion.
Which is weird too because those guys are from
But
Holland,
their
stuff,
success started here. Their band was formed here.
Yeah.
But I would say because Van Halen over Aerosmith.
Well, what are you talking about though? Are you talking opinion? Or are you talking record sales? Are you
Strictly
talking popular?
opinion.
Yeah.
Strictly opinion. In
Yeah.
my opinion, because Aerosmith's great. I'm not taking anything away from Aerosmith.
But you also have Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
Ooh. Guns N' Roses better than Van Halen.
I think Aerosmith's bigger than all those bands.
Yeah, but Van Halen had more
Aerosmith,
longevity.
I think Aerosmith
they have broader appeal.
longer, more. Yeah, I mean they were done.
Yeah.
They were literally done until the whole
Crying,
Run DMC
Crazy and
thing
all that,
came
right,
back,
yeah.
and then they had this whole other thing. Yeah. So in huge hits.
Yeah.
Guns N' Roses huge.
Yeah, but Guns
Van
N' Roses
Halen.
didn't have the longevity that Aerosmith had. Aerosmith, you're talking about decades of rock and roll, and Guns N' Roses, you're talking about one decade that they just repeated over and over again.
Yeah. But so what are we going on? Are we going opinion of just who rock? Because if you're asking me, Van Halen. You know what I mean? Like Van Halen for my favorite.
If you had to put them on a poster and say American rock and roll, I would think Van Halen too.
From your guys' age, Van Halen is bigger than it is for my age group.
But also,
because I just missed Van Halen being like, oh my God, Van Halen.
Van Halen is the prototype.
Yeah.
The blonde lead singer who's out front and crazy and the good looks and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The guitar player who
from America, because really they're that's Led Zeppelin. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I'm saying but also David Lee Roth, Robert Plant's a great frontman. David Lee Roth is a great showman frontman. You know what I mean? Like Robert Plant had the pipes and he was unbelievable, and the tight pants and everything. But David Lee Roth is out there doing, kung fu kicks and he has swords and everything.
Yeah.
And
I feel like nobody my age was listening to Van Halen that much.
yeah, I get that. Well,
you guys hold them in high regard because you're just a few years older than me.
But also 1984 is whenever they switched. David Lee Roth was done with the band.
Yeah.
And then Sammy comes in a few years later, and then they have great success with Sammy. But older.
I don't hold them as in higher regard,
Right.
Because I was a few years after that.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I was thinking Van Halen, I wasn't even considering Sammy Hagar years. I was thinking of but you're right.
But
I mean,
I feel Aerosmith had their second push like in the early to mid 90s.
Yeah.
That's when they were huge. So to me, that's why I would rank Aerosmith higher, because they had that big push in the 90s.
I think for broad appeal, I think Aerosmith is probably bigger, longer, bigger, stronger. Monster Magnet, I was looking, I would love for them to come around on tour. They're over in Europe in September and stuff, but they got to do an American tour.
yeah, Macho Magnet not in that list, by the way. I just played them coming back from break.
And then did you see Pantera did a club show?
No.
Yeah, so they did a club
I'd be afraid
show.
to do that if I was
And
Pantera.
it was only like $35. Well, it turns out the reason they did it, they recorded a live album.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I believe
Say it, Gio.
Not my Pantera.
yeah, and I believe Craig Gass opened for him.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Did they record old Panteras, like all the Panteras?
Oh yeah,
they don't have new stuff.
Yeah, they don't have new stuff. Zach Wilde said if they were to write new stuff, he goes, I think we'd have to come up with a name. We couldn't be Pantera.
Yeah.
But they're doing the Pantera music, so they recorded a live album and doing that, whatever, and we'll see how it goes.
I don't like it.
Why?
I don't like it.
What are you mad about though?
No, I'm not mad.
But
It seems weird because I know that the brothers were on the outs with him for years. He was still playing Pantera the whole time, but I guess the family allowed them to.
He was part of Pantera.
He was,
Phil
yeah.
and the bass player, they're both part of Pantera. So I mean, that's their.
Phil was Pantera.
Well, no, I mean,
Well, I mean, but he was a singer.
But I thought
Yeah.
they wrote all those songs, didn't they? And he just.
well, he's definitely part of the writing process.
yeah, I didn't think he was because
You don't write a song in the vacuum. Like he's coming up with the lyrics, he's coming up with the melody and the style that he sings to it and everything. You know, a song could be completely different.
It just seems weird to me that he just did this one. Once they died, then he's like, oh, now I'm all Pantera again.
Yeah, because you didn't want to hang out with them before.
But he's been playing the Pantera songs as what was his band's name that he was not
Damage Plan? The other
No, Phil Anselmo was
Phil's band.
Yeah, I forget what the name of his band was, but he was still doing Pantera songs.
Yeah.
But now that he's got now that he can tour with the actual Pantera name, it somehow changes it. So I don't know.
But you have two guys that were in the band that were original guys, you know, as far as the success and everything, you know, Rex and Phil, you know, so why do they want to stop playing that music? It's just as part theirs as it is Vinny and what's his name?
Dimebag. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems weird to me. I mean, I'm not mad at it,
Right.
but he just seems like a dick too.
CJ, good morning. You're on the mic. Oh, Molly Crew, we forgot about too.
Yeah.
CJ, good morning.
morning. Good morning, you guys.
morning.
DJ from New Jersey. Love you all and love the show. I was going to start talking about what you were talking about with the kids and what they know, but then you got all on to Aerosmith and everything else, and I will agree with you that Aerosmith, I think, is number one in all of it.
Yeah, well, what about
say,
Springsteen? I didn't even think about that in New
Bon
Jersey.
Jovi.
No, I'm not. You know what? Everybody, you know this, Mike. Everybody from New Jersey is either Springsteen or Bon Jovi. It's one or the other.
Yeah, I'd like to point out I'm
Right.
not from New Jersey, just to let everybody know. Thank you, CJ. I don't want anybody mistaking me to be from New Jersey. Edward, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show.
Hi, good morning. I'd like to make a couple of comments if I could.
Sure.
So, about the rock band, I've seen Aerosmith 5 times and Van Halen twice. Van Halen, you know, great, but no comparison because the albums sound great, but when they're live in concert, they get really sloppy, and David Lee Roth forgets his words. It's like it's not really a good show live.
You're talking about a reunited Van Halen where they hated each other and they didn't, you know what I mean? Where they were just going out there for the money.
Yeah, but I saw them in '81 in Orlando, open up for the Stones and another band. But it was like the same thing, a little bit sloppy, even in '81.
All right, but how about for Aerosmith, who I agree with you, puts on a great show and is great live, but Aerosmith brings in a keyboard player and a backup singer that you don't even get to see.
Yeah, I didn't know that. But the last time I saw Aerosmith at the Amp, it was the best show they ever did, and it played a lot of their old stuff. So.
But that's part of what I'm saying is that Aerosmith always sounds great, but they also back in vocals, and they have a guy singing, a guy off to the stage playing keyboard and singing that they don't even make him part of the band.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
but that's
I mean
a good point.
that's not a negative on either. I mean, I think any band that's bringing somebody in to make their band sound better, it's a positive. I'm not saying it like a negative, but yeah, I also kind of like the fact that Van Halen's going to be sloppy sometimes. That just makes him cooler. But thanks, I appreciate the call, sir.
A huge band that we left out of the argument. Kiss.
Yeah, well, I thought about Kiss too because I thought that was somebody was going to bring that up. I'm not a huge fan of Kiss, but I thought you want to talk about American rock and roll band
and longevity and show and hits after hit after hit
and being somebody that's laid the groundwork for other bands.
Iconic,
iconic for sure. And that pains me to say that, but I would say I would pick Kiss. Solely based on American rock bands. If I had to list them, I'd list them higher than the Eagles. Even though the Eagles are filled with hits and all that stuff, but when you're thinking rock and roll, I would definitely say Kiss.
Yeah.
And that bothers me because I don't love Gene Simmons.
One that's newer than a lot of the ones that we're talking about, but arguably one of the biggest bands in the world and have been for quite some time, Foo Fighters.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I don't know if they have the time in yet, but yeah, for sure they are.
But I mean, when did they start? Early 90s, mid 90s, something like that, whatever. So
yeah, that's true. You don't think of the Foo Fighters as being around from the 90s because
30 years
because of Nirvana, but they were backed up right against Nirvana.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Did you see? So Dave Grohl had told this story before about after Kurt died that he was like, I just got to get away. And he went over, I think, into Ireland. And he said, I rented a car and I'm driving. And he goes, and it's just beautiful rolling hills and the green and all this stuff, whatever. And he goes, I saw a kid who was hitchhiking. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll pick the kid up and give him a ride somewhere. And he goes, as I got closer, the kid had a Kurt Cobain shirt on.
Really?
Yeah. And he was like, I can't get away from it. And he goes, and that's when I decided to start Foo Fighters. The kid heard about it and he goes, I'm that kid, and showed a picture and has the picture of him with the shirt on and stuff. Yeah. He goes, I started Foo Fighters. That's cool. I thought that was hilarious.
All right, we got to take a break. Ian Beckles is here. He'll sit with us. We'll talk a little bit of football when we come back. And as a Canadian, I'm curious to see who he thought the American band was. We'll do that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
Well, Spanish can do that. Makes things awkward.
Try that microphone. Let me see if that one's working.
This one here? Yeah.
It's working a lot better now.
There you go.
You're good, Spanish.
Thank you, Spanish.
Yeah. It was not working last week.
Yes.
Spanish,
and what did we do? Nothing, and it fixed itself?
Yeah.
I love that. That's my favorite.
Why are you refusing to come get your microphone?
He's having a tough day today. It's a tough day.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't, Spanish.
Bring it upon himself. Brings it upon himself. I'm on your mother's side, 100%.
It's hard not to judge you.
No.
What was on Sad Weirdos this weekend?
I had nothing. It was a good
Oh,
show.
my God. It's ridiculous. Would you put your mother on the show?
No,
Why?
because I don't want to.
I feel like Spanish is not in a good mood that he has his stuff going on because you look tired whenever he came in. Are you not able to sleep with all that going on?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
I'm okay.
Yeah,
I was
sure.
just asking.
Yeah.
You should have went. Why are you in such a bad mood?
Because he's got itchy scratchies and he can't sleep and it's frustrating him. And then,
is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And you guys are great to be around.
We're not helping it.
Spanish, I'm here for you.
Thank you.
What can I do for you? You want my
Nothing.
back scratcher? I got a back scratcher upstairs.
I'm good, man. I don't need the back scratcher.
You sure? You want me to have Gio scratch your back?
No, thank you.
You want him to scratch your head?
No, thank
you. Want me to lick your eyebrows?
Nope.
Ian? I don't know. I just felt like saying your name.
All good.
What can I do to make you happy?
Nothing. I'm good.
You want to go home early?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
You want to stay late?
Yes.
Okay. You want to take off tomorrow?
No.
Why not? Why are you scratching your head? Don't scratch it. Don't do it. Fight it. What if we tape your hands together?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I told him he needs to have mittens. We need to put mittens on.
Up mitts.
Smitten mittens.
Carmen, do you want to take off tomorrow? Her mic's not on.
You said no. You said no.
I said 100%. Yes.
Well, when you get itchy, let us know.
I will. Oh, okay.
Would you say we're not pleasant to be around?
No, you guys are great.
I feel
You're a joy.
I feel like you're being sarcastic.
No, I mean,
I feel like this attitude's working against you.
wow. What a shock.
do you expect any day to be easy?
No.
Yeah, that's your job.
All right. I haven't complained. I'm just sitting here.
You look like you're about at a breaking point right now.
No, I'm not at a breaking point. Just like you said, damned if I do, damned if I don't. So no matter what I do,
just get used to it. It's not like you're going to get fired or anything.
Yeah,
there's no repercussions from it.
I'm not worried about that.
You know, the greatest thing to me would be if you freak out and just started wailing on Gio one day. I'd be like, "Oh, we pushed him to the limit where he broke and he beat up Gio."
What did I do?
Yeah. I get it.
Well, just better you than me.
Yeah.
It's your face.
My face.
Yeah.
You can't fly.
No, that's true.
You see, Gio said Pink was too fat to fly over the stage.
I
anymore.
had read that.
Pink.
Yeah.
the singer?
Where?
Yeah.
We don't speak bad about Pink.
Exactly.
No, we don't. Gio does.
They wasn't necessarily a bad thing.
You know, she does aerial stuff over the
Yeah.
crowd. Gio said he read that she was too fat to do that anymore.
You ever see the one that she did? That was
Yeah,
one of the best
she's amazing.
performances I've ever seen.
She's amazing.
It looked amazing. I just heard that she couldn't do that anymore.
You're lying.
Yeah,
You made that up.
The
Gio.
internet, I guess it was fake news.
I bet Pink. She
That's
smelled
why I'm-
fantastic.
Yeah,
she smelled
seems like
so
she does.
good. She smelled so good.
She looks like a delicious
She
dessert.
does.
Yeah,
she does.
She looks like her name should be Chiffon. I don't even know what that means, but
Fluffy and delicious.
You said what'd you say?
Fluffy and delicious.
Oh, Jesus.
This guy said the F word by
I
accident.
heard.
You get up early.
No,
huh?
Fluffy. Yeah.
Menace Man.
Hey, what's up, Mike Calta? This is Mr. Man. I was a hippie fat.
Yes, I know. What is the greatest American rock band?
One of the greatest American rock bands, I go along with Aerosmith and second Van Halen. But actually on top, the newer one is Metallica.
Yeah. All right, so you added nothing to our argument. Thank you. I know he was at Hippie Fest. People were sending me pictures like, I want to see that.
I love the new Medicine Man Facebook page that I joined.
Yeah.
Per your
The man,
recommendation.
the myth, the legend.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. I'm on it. I was scrolling through my pictures the other day looking for something, and I passed several pictures of Crazy Patty and wondered, whatever happened? Like, I know her family probably doesn't want her to call the show anymore or whatever the case is, but somebody should just let us know that she's alive.
Yeah, I was going to say, and I'm not saying this to be mean because I'm not a huge fan of her or whatever, but I mean, she's got to be 70-something. She easily could have died.
And we'd never know.
Right.
I think the husband does not like us or the show or Mike. I think maybe the fact that your face is on her ass
I didn't do
plays
it.
a role.
I didn't do it.
And you met him and he was nice to you, right? Oh.
Yeah. I think they told her not,
He's a weirdo, too.
not to go on the
shocking.
show.
Well, remember, and her brother was a big,
Not fan.
yeah, did not like this.
She has your face on her ass.
You've never seen it?
I know. I have not. She tattooed your face on her.
She tattooed my face on her butt cheek and was very happy with
And I
it.
don't know why the husband wouldn't like you.
Yeah,
I
but
mean-
he came up to me at Drew's bowling thing, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I see your face all the time." Ha, ha, ha. But he was like, not like, "God damn it, how could you do that?" I didn't do it. She did it.
So
I didn't put the tattoo on her.
Yeah.
It came out
You
great.
married the wrong one.
No, I didn't.
No, he
did. Yeah.
Oh, honey, I just have a random dude. Come on now.
I'm pretty sure you could have made that statement before she got the tattoo on her
Probably.
ass.
Probably.
Yeah, that wasn't it.
You're
She's proud of it. She used to show it to everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, my wife texted me. She said, "I need to talk to you after the show about softball stuff from my daughter."
she
but I
likes
thought it
softball.
said, "I need to talk to you after the show about stuff," and I thought, "Oh,
Oh,
man,
stuff is bad.
That is not good.
Stuff is
bad.
Stuff is bad.
Yeah,
I got that call one time during the show.
Yep.
Like my show ended at noon.
right.
And I was like, well, can it wait? I have a meeting. She goes, no. And my wife is very low key.
Yeah,
And I just been back from Vegas. I just got back from Vegas, and I got back, and I went to she goes, come upstairs. I go upstairs, and my bag is open that she unpacked.
right.
And there's a used condom
Oh.
stretched out on the bag.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
And I all of a sudden I look at her, and I look at her in the face, and she's shaking, and I pull out the drawer, the Bible. I'm not a religious person. I go, this is what happened.
Yeah,
I
can't wait to.
I
hear
was
this.
in Vegas, and I was with a couple people who you might know their names, but
Right.
they were into other substances and call girls. And I walked into a room, and there was some call girls and other substances in my room. So
Right.
I left, and they must have went in my room and did their thing, and they left.
Ew.
Who leaves?
Ew.
If you do that, you have to find it.
Yeah, that's your
You
job.
have to find it. So that's not what I wanted to explain. But I didn't do a thing.
No,
Carmen,
I believe you because my wife one time we opened up luggage and found a pair of earrings in there, and I went two things. One, I just assumed they were yours, and two, who's keeping artifacts? You know what I mean?
I don't even like earrings. Carmen,
Yeah.
it sounded a lot like you didn't believe Ian.
No. I was just saying, like I don't.
All
Like,
I heard was,
Yeah. And I think the reality of it is this: if I did it, I'd
You're
been
not
caught.
doing that.
If I'd have done it, I'd have been caught by my wife. Has known me since my ex-wife knew me since high school.
Right.
If I did it, my face would have shown it.
Yeah. Also, the number one thing you do if you're doing something is hiding evidence, not leaving something like that.
That would make me unintelligent.
Yeah.
no, and my thing was Ian said it's your job to find that.
Yes.
But I thought he meant like it was the call girls.
No.
Job to find it, and it's not their job.
No, it's the guy. It's the
Exactly.
guy.
There you go. Yeah.
are you saying they're not dependable, Carmen?
I'm
They're not usually super responsible.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is something I've never in my life have done. A Vegas hooker.
No,
ever.
neither have I. It's not my thing.
Yeah, I feel like there's a time where it could have been fun, but I'd never had that time, and I'm never gonna.
Now, I mean, is it a Vegas hooker is different? Let me make sure. So is it different than if you're in Colombia or something like that? Because it's a different feel.
Listen,
I'm asking for a friend.
Can I talk about this Spanish?
Yeah.
Without saying their names, Colombia. Mm-hmm. We know somebody that went to Colombia and was doing a series of legal prostitutes over there.
Doing the tour.
Yeah. But it dipped below the age line. Now, knowingly or unknowingly, I don't know, but is now in jail over there.
Oh, really?
And that's enough to make me go, I would never even mess around with that.
Well, I've been to Colombia last year, and as an old raggedy dude, I'm 57 years old.
But they love you.
18-year-old girls were approaching me in the club.
Sure.
Like they're like, wait, look at this, and it says you're hot on it. And I was like, are you serious? I go, how old are you? I'm 18, and I was like, this is funny.
Yeah.
But I just, as a 57-year-old, I swear to you, I can't do it. I can't do it.
It sounds like it's like you're lying. But when you get to that age, and especially when you have daughters, it's not as hot as you thought it would be when you were 57
Even
years old.
30 to me doesn't look right. It doesn't. My daughter's. Well, Carmen doesn't say like I don't want to.
Yeah.
It looks good, but it doesn't. It won't feel right. I don't. My daughter's 30.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your daughter's age is not good.
No, it's not. It reminds you too much.
Exactly.
It reminds you too much.
Yeah.
So you don't want to. You don't want to think of your thought or with a 57-year-old guy.
You're like banging her friends.
Yeah.
That's not okay. It's not okay.
It's kind of hot.
Be fun, but not okay.
Yeah. No, I think there's a couple of things. One, the Vegas is such a transaction that it doesn't turn me on at all.
No,
you know what I mean? It's like there's no. Yeah, I'd rather go and meet an ugly girl in Vegas and bang her than a really super hot smoking girl that I had to pay for.
A little chase, a little bit of a chase.
Yeah, something.
I like
just
a little
make it
chase.
fun and a good story, you know.
Yeah. Although the bathhouses in Colombia were cool, but just a little chase is good.
Bathhouse is a different story.
I agree.
If I'm going somewhere and I'm taking a steamer and I'm getting rubbed down and all that stuff, I wouldn't mind that at all. Yeah.
Very inexpensive too.
There is a bathhouse place up by the Hard Rock on Hillsborough Avenue. And I can tell you this, before it was a bathhouse place, it was a strip club.
Yep.
And I went in there one time because we brought Love Tiger, and I'm talking 30 years ago, for his first lap dance. And it was owned by Tugboat, who used to be a wrestler for the WWF.
I remember him.
And we went down there, and we went in there, and it did have some smoking hot girls in there. And we got Love Tiger his first lap dance.
Really?
Yeah. And then that place is turned into like a Turkish bath kind of place. And that would be awesome. So I read this a blog online about these dudes who went there with their girlfriends to check it out and see, like, is it going to be seedy? And they said it was fantastic.
Really?
But I still can't see me lowering myself into a bathtub on Hillsborough Avenue.
Is that all that happens? So it's just a bath?
Yeah. It's like one of those places where you get a massage and a hot tub.
Is it like the Asian massages?
No.
Okay.
Like an old Turkish massage.
Swedish
like
shiatsu or
yeah.
something.
They hit you with the branches and stuff.
Yeah, because the Asians, they do it well.
They do. They do. But look, I got to be honest with you. I love some naughty action, but I've been getting Asian massage because they grind their nubby heels into my back. That's the absolute best thing. Your girl that I went to over here in Joyce, she is phenomenal, but she will hurt you.
Yeah, I like the pain.
Yeah, that's the thing.
pain.
If you have bad back pain or bad muscle pain, she will work it right out of you. She is. There's no. I used to go to this girl. Carmen went to a Yoko, and Yoko would also work you really good. But I'd fall asleep while Yoko was doing it. She would make me so comfortable. Joyce made me cry.
Yeah, I like to. I've had 2 masseuses, females, and they were both very muscular, physical women.
Right.
Because she's an athlete.
Yeah, Joyce she gets in there.
Yeah, she was like an NCAA athlete back in the day.
She did this thing where she put her elbow down on my right above my ass cheek, and it made me wobble.
Yeah,
it's
a
not.
good wobble.
It was
wobble.
Yeah, it's a good wobble, but I mean. You could tell she absolutely 100% knows what she's doing, and if you have some pain, that is the way to go.
She keeps me right.
But if you're looking to just get your shoulders rubbed and have a girl go, "Oh, you're so big," that's a different story. Joyce ain't doing that.
That's not the same thing.
Not the same thing at all. But I used to go to this place by where Pete used to work, and that lady would get up there and just dig her heels.
Stand up on the thing.
Stand up on the thing, hold the poles. And I'm like, I know there's people thinking that this is a Jack Shack, and maybe it is.
Did you ask?
I didn't ask. And Galvin used to tell me, you're not doing it right.
It was.
Well, Galvin
they all are. They all are.
Galvin go, you're not doing it right. You're supposed to leave a tip out. I go, well,
I didn't say that. Spanish said that.
No, you were telling me, you were saying, you were like, I remember because you made me laugh. You were like, because I'd go, oh, today she went a little, she pinky swiped me in the sack. And you were like, yeah, she's waiting for you to make the move. And I'm like, I'm not making the move. And you were like, you got to leave the money out on the thing. I'm like, I'm not leaving the money out on the thing. I wasn't trying to get that. I just was hoping one day I'd come in and go, oh, you're never going to believe what happened today.
Yeah, well, I was trying to get that, and you didn't even need the money for the transaction. This kind of happened.
She just goes for it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not married. So but I'm just.
Oh, if I was single, I'd be going all the time.
But I'm just saying, it's the Asian place. You go in the bath area, and by the time you go back there, it's pretty much established.
Oh, it's on, huh?
I mean, so a girl's just gonna sponge you down, and just nothing's gonna happen.
I feel like they're a different culture of people. Like I feel like those, whether or not they're here by choice or by travel, they're here. You're going to make your life better.
Yeah, well, I don't want to be naked and the girl sponging me down and me having to go home by myself. Like somehow, you know what I mean? Like, don't go there.
Yeah.
If that's not going to happen, that doesn't make sense.
I've not gotten sponged down.
Okay.
I've not. I've heard of it. Spanish has told us about it.
It's a table shower.
Yeah, sponge down is the way to go.
Yeah.
I want a table shower.
I'll give you a table shower.
Okay.
Is it any table?
No, but I want where they literally exfoliate you, hit you with the leaves. You
want to go to the place on Hillsborough Avenue.
Right. Yeah. But I want the real thing. I don't need any extra, any side.
Don't knock it.
Any table money. I'm very happy.
No, but can I just tell you something? You bring up a good point. Like, you are a single guy. Mm-hmm. Well, all right. I always say, what is the harm in that? But then they get into the whole, maybe they were trafficked and all that stuff. Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is
trafficked? They're old people.
Yeah. No, I know, but I'm just saying, let's take
old people can be trafficked. You know that, right?
Well, the lady I used to go to was like a 50-year-old Asian lady.
Yeah.
She wasn't trafficked.
You don't know that?
She's better off now in America. It's good. It's nice here.
Yeah, do you think she lived in the place where she worked?
195%.
They was trafficked.
They all do. No, but that's efficient. I lived in my building for many years. It's efficient.
Was there rice cooking while you were there?
Oh. Every time.
She's still working it off, Ian. She's been here for a while.
She's a hard-working woman.
You got to work here. We'll kill your family back home.
Yeah.
One a day, I would be free. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah,
all right. Well, it makes it a lot easier.
You didn't ask Ian his opinion on the greatest American rock band.
Greatest American rock band. You can't say Rush.
Of all time. I would say the greatest American rock band. For me, I think I would give it to Aerosmith.
Right.
But that's because of what you said of the longevity part of it. Foo Fighters is a group that I've never been exposed to, but everybody who loves music, obviously, that's a big deal. But I've never been exposed to them.
I think
Van Halen, though, musically is my vote.
Yeah.
I think Van Halen, for me, is musically superior to Aerosmith.
Yes.
Foo Fighters, I think, is 50% Foo Fighters and 50% Dave Grohl's personality.
Yeah.
People love Dave Grohl so much that they love Foo Fighters more than they're actually worth. Tony texted me and said, I can't believe you didn't lobby for Pearl Jam. No way. I like Pearl Jam personally, but I don't think that they're the greatest rock and roll band. Also, I don't even consider them to be rock and roll. I just think they're rock. They're just
depressing rock.
Depressing rock.
Sad old guy music.
That's what my
kids say.
Is that a TikTok thing?
Maybe.
Because my daughter said the same thing this weekend, and I feel like she used those exact same words.
Sad old guy music.
Yeah. I feel like that's a TikTok thing now.
But I love sad old guy music. I really do. I
Yeah,
really,
because you're a
really.
sad old guy.
Easy, Carmen. Take it easy, Carmen.
He's not sad. I like all sad old music. I love Billy Joel. I love all that stuff.
So I have I sit there and listen to the music as I'm looking at the ocean, in my spot, and I have this compilation shuffle thing I got going, and the music in it, I think everybody my age, everybody comes and hangs out with me because the music's wonderful.
What are we listening to?
I mean, I'm listening from Shaka Khan to Seals and Croft, Little River Band, old school. It's all good music.
Yeah.
If you listen to me and Ron had a big argument, our biggest argument on air one time. I was saying how beautiful a song Reminiscent was, and he goes, that's P-word rock. And I go, it's such a beautiful song, Reminiscent.
Listen. I'm going to agree with both of you.
Okay.
It is P-word rock.
Okay.
The Godfather is right.
Yeah.
But I love it.
It's such a good song.
Walking through the park and reminiscing. Yeah. Oh, man. You get any of that Seals and Croft, any of that. What's that other guy's name? Oh, I called him the Drew and John show because they love that kind of stuff too. England Dan Fogelberg.
Dan?
No.
Christopher Cross.
Dan Fogelberg.
Anything Dan Fogelberg.
Yeah. Steely Dan's fantastic.
Love Steely Dan.
England, somebody. England Dan and John. Hold on. England Dan and John Ford Coley. Ready for this? Ready for this?
Oh, it's great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In the studio with us, Ian Beckles is here. Did you watch any of the preseason Buccaneer
all of
game?
it.
You did?
I did.
And what do you think?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't think in preseason.
There's nothing really to see, right?
Seriously.
But are there any standouts? I heard the backup running back is really good.
Once again.
Yeah.
Okay. I've played this game a long time. What I'm not going to do is get excited over a running back playing against backups.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not doing that. Okay. The defense is not scheming anything. We're just running basic plays. And every year in the preseason, people get excited over a player. Oh my God, did you see Caleb Williams' play?
Yeah.
He scrambled and ran for a touchdown. You think you're going to win games like that?
Yeah.
They're going to split them in half. Okay. Preseason football to me, it's changed completely. Back in the day, Bill Parcells used to play his starters 1 quarter in the first one,
right.
2 in the second, 3 in the third, and 4 in the fourth.
Yeah.
Now, the starters play maybe 1 game for maybe 10 plays.
Mm-hmm.
You can't evaluate in preseason. You don't know who they're playing against.
It does not hurt you though that you want to see Baker Mayfield has only played here.
Who?
Well, you're at the team. You only seen Baker Mayfield play 1 season here. You kind of want to know. We went over some stuff. We learned some new things. You want to see that stuff happen.
Well, the team has seen it. Okay.
Yeah.
At this point, when somebody's making $30 million, what you can't do is get him hurt.
Yeah,
that's if you're making $100,000 like they used to, you could get him hurt and you're making the next guy in. If you're making $30 million, if that guy's on the bench, you're going to lose.
Did you go to the Tampa Bay Sun game yesterday?
What is that? I saw some. I don't know what it is.
That is ladies professional soccer.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I didn't know. I just started thinking about Titus O'Neil and how it's got to be catching up to him, and he's got to be sick of doing things.
He's the king of Tampa Bay.
But he's got to be sick of going.
Yeah, he was.
I guess Baker Mayfield was there too.
Yeah.
A lot of athletes there to support other athletes. But if I'm Titus O'Neil, I got to go. Hey guys, I got to draw the line at ladies professional soccer. I mean, this is really
that game was sold out. It was packed.
Yeah, look good. I'm all I support it.
I was surprised.
I find it's one of those things, Galvin. Don't get mad because I'm not saying this to be negative. I find that no, I mean seriously, same goes for hockey. You watch women's collegiate hockey or women's Olympic hockey, I should say. Women's Olympic hockey is exciting to watch when they're playing. The same way women's soccer is exciting to watch when they're playing. To me, as much as men's soccer is to watch. Not saying it's on the same level. It's just the same level of excitement.
It's a patriotic.
Do you think I'm going to get mad about that?
Well,
About
because
men's soccer?
I wouldn't want you to think I was being like, oh, ladies soccer, men's soccer is the same. I'm just saying, women playing soccer is as exciting as watching men play soccer to me, and women playing Olympic hockey. They play it at such a high level. It's good to watch. Yeah,
hockey's going to be tough because it's going to be slow. And I actually like some women's sports better than I like women's tennis, but I like men's tennis.
Okay.
Because I like looking at the
women's
women.
tennis, for
okay,
sure.
and it slows it down a little bit. Men's tennis is serve ace, that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when the explosive sports say football for sure, Basketball, it just looks slow.
It is a little slow.
It's slow.
And we found out that they miss a lot of throws.
Oh, the WNBA is sloppy as hell, but I'm loving it.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Some of the passes that they make, and then they air ball, and you're like, what is happening?
But I'm going to say this, though, and I've heard you talk about it, Galvin. I've played basketball against Division I basketball girls. They're going to eat you up. I'm just telling you. I'm
just letting you know. None of them called to try and take me on.
I'm just telling you. If you get one of the high-end girls, they're going to eat you up.
Galvin challenged any collegiate athlete, a female collegiate athlete, to play him in basketball, and none of them took his challenge.
I don't know how many are listening. Who's listening?
How dare you?
They're listening.
How dare you?
I saw the comments.
Yeah, you're right. All those college girls.
Yeah. I can go handpick a USF girl.
Yeah,
that would be Galvin 10-1.
I agree with that.
I'm just telling you that they're way better than you think.
I'm saying she should be able to. Younger, actually playing. I never played organized basketball ever. The last time I touched a basketball was when we played.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, the majority of women I could beat in basketball.
I might disagree with that one.
The last time we played basketball was when Drew's son
broke
his elbow.
Yeah.
Oh,
broke his elbow in the game?
No, he was on the playground while we were playing basketball, and all of a sudden Drew's dad senses went off. He heard his son, and he ran over there, and the kid fell off of a thing, and his elbow was like bent the other way. It was tough. And to be a father and not go over there and go, oh
yeah, right.
And he was like, all right. He like took care of him, called the ambulance. The ambulance came and took care of him. I was like, meanwhile, the whole time I wanted to throw up. I'm like,
you seeing your kids in pain is not a good thing. I went and saw my daughter. My ex-wife said, hey, go take Zayna to get her shots. I go, no problem. So I take her to get her shots, and the doctor said, can you hold her for me? So I held her, and she looked at me with this look as he's sticking her, like you should be protected.
Yes, yes.
And it's affected me. I came home, I go, not doing that again. I don't want to ever see my kids in pain.
You know what's funny is I took Joey for his second set of shots, and he had to be like maybe 4. And I go, hey, buddy, I got to be honest with you. This is going to hurt a little bit. And he was like, really? I go, it's just going to sting a little bit, but it'll be over quick. And the doctor stuck him, and Joey went, and he looked at me and goes, you were right. I told you.
Hey,
I tried to be honest with him.
Yeah.
I have breaking news.
Okay.
Phil Donahue has passed away.
Yeah.
Carmen, do you know who Phil Donahue is?
Old guy.
Yeah, well, he's dead.
Old
so
sad
most likely.
guy.